think I'm live. Let's check all the audio is coming through. Perfect. Looks like it's coming through to me. Made with Unity. Amazing. Ooh, that's loud. Really loud for me, at least. There we go. Alright. Messages, exhibition mode, captions. Yes, please. Alright. Walden. A game. So this ought to be fun. Let me get things set here. Alright. Neat. Look at that. Cool. Okay. So now I can check the game audio and everything as well. Is that coming through even? Doesn't look like it is much. Turn this up just a little bit. It's nice music. Alright. So then, this is Walden, based on the essay, Walden. And I think the essay Where I Lived and What I Lived For as well, both by transcendentalist writer Thoreau.
I went to the woods because I wished to live deliberately.
Full voice acting, that's
to front
fun.
only the essential facts of life, and not, when I came to die, discover that I had not lived. I wanted to live deep and suck out all the marrow of life, to live so sturdily and Spartan-like as to reduce it to its lowest terms, and, if it proved to be mean, to get the whole and genuine meanness of it, or if it were sublime, to know it by experience, and to give a true account of it.
Oh boy, this ought to be fun. Also, I think it's coming through my microphone double, so I'm going to fix that really quick. Hold on. Let's see here. Do that. Oh no, wait, that's the wrong thing. Let me do. I have to do audio output capture. How do I make it so it only captures? Alright, well, we'll figure this out then. Alright. To begin living Thoreau's experiment, seek out the glittering arrowheads. First one's in the rock. Oh. Click on objects, interact. Cool, got it. That's how you play the game.
When I wrote the following pages,
Oh, wow.
or rather the bulk of them, I lived alone in the woods, a mile from any neighbor, in a house which I had built myself on the shore of Walden Pond in Concord, Massachusetts, and earned my living by the labor of my hands only.
Alright, me turn the dialogue down a little bit just because it's coming in through my microphone double, but I do like that. Basically, he went out, he did everything on his own, and he lived at this pond for a while.
My house was not finished. It was a pleasant hillside where I worked, covered with pine woods, through which I looked out on the pond, and a small open field in the woods where pines and hickories were springing up.
Click and drag to make the motion shown by the arrow. Oh. Shelter is progressing. I have completed 2 walls. The little humming. Drag the mouse again to keep working. Alright. Oh, not the right motion. Oh, and now I'm tired. Rest near a fire, or you can take a walk in the woods to regain energy. Alright. Well, let's look at some of these pages here.
There is some of the same fitness in a man's
building his own house.
There is in a bird's building its own nest. Who knows, but if men constructed their dwellings with their own hands and provided food for themselves and families simply and honestly enough,
closely with
the
animals
poetic
for present
faculty
home
would be
being the right
universally
mouse button
developed,
will add
as
to your
birds universally
inspiration.
sing when they are so engaged.
Have a letter? Who's it from?
July 4th, 1845. Dearest Henry, congratulations on the start of your experiment. I hope that the work goes well and the ideas are fruitful. Mr. Emerson says you are intent to devour yourself in our woods, but I hope that you will remember to take good care and keep yourself well. Mother worries, as do I. Your loving sister, Sophia.
Sophia. M to reread your mail. Whenever you are in the world. Oh wait, I can...
Interesting.
The hairs were so nearly the color of the ground they could hardly be distinguished when still. Sometime in this twilight, I alternately lost as recovered sight of one sitting motionless under my window. There was a bluebird. Close before it bolts. Yep, there it goes. Oh, there's another one. It's nice they've got all the scientific names and stuff, too. So what's this?
July 1845. My dear Henry, Mr. Emerson has assisted my family in acquiring a house near Concord, and there we are now.
Writing and living like philosophers,
which
is to say, little but happily.
I will visit you soon and bring Mr. Garrison of the Liberator. We have all been so inspired by his earnest and unequivocal writings regarding the moral stain of slavery.
Moral stain of slavery? Oh, yeah.
Perhaps he will speak at our Lyceum on the topic.
Yours truly.
A. Bronson Alcott.
Fun. So it's just going to be, like, philosophic writings and the walking simulator, which I really like. That's all stuff I can read. This is probably not going to make much fun.
Emerson asked. Do you keep a journal? So I make my first entry today.
Aha. Is there going to be... Press J to open and close your journal. Shall I not have intelligence of the earth? Am I not partly leaves and vegetable mold myself? Huh. It's just all gonna be... Read this, read that. Oh, this is just tutorial. You can find or grow food or buy it at the general store. You can also buy extra food jars there to increase your maximum storage. Supplies are about half full. Pencil box. Comes with a pencil to sketch or sing. 1,000 come with an axe or a rifle. Pencils are your family business. You can visit your family home in Concord.
Interesting.
1 for solitude, 2 for friendship, 3 for society. Has to work through recollect. Click here to mend your clothing. Somewhat mended. The clothing icon will glow green when your clothes are completely mended. He makes these stitches really quickly. Oh, look at that. Fun. Telescope, spyglass. I amused myself with looking through a spyglass at the tops of the woods and horizon. It was so pleasant to bring them so near and individualize the trees. I could easily have seen a hawk sailing over the top of the wood, and possibly his nest in some higher tree.
Huh.
Sacks of food. It's good to have. Wooden knife. Find by my own experience a few implements, a knife, an axe, a spade, a wheelbarrow, etc., for the studious, lamplight, stationery, and access to a few books ranked next to necessaries. Nice. Well, let's just see what we have to offer. So there is a run. Okay. Things like bushes get information. Oh, blueberry bushes. Okay. Fruits do not yield their true flavor to the purchaser, nor to him who raises them for the market. It's early summer. This plant is ripe. You can pick it. Oh, fun. Fill your food stores. The food jar icon will go green when they are completely filled. Pitch pine sapling. Very seedy. Oh, here's another one.
My house was on the side of a hill, immediately on the edge of a larger wood, in the midst of a young forest of pitch pines and hickories, and half a dozen rods from the pond, to which a narrow footpath led down the hill. In my front yard grew the strawberry, blackberry, and life everlasting, John's wort and goldenrod, shrub oaks and sand cherry, blueberry and groundnut.
Fun. Oxeye daisies. It's going to be nighttime here soon, but there's a campfire down there. There's a book out here too. The Iliad. Reading the books will raise your inspiration. With you to read at the pond, one of the oldest known works of Western literature. Reading the story, both the glories and horrors of war, you are likely to be reminded of the impermanence of human life and its creations. The fight between Trojans and Achaeans was now left to rage as it would, and the tide of war surged hither and thither over the plain as they aimed their bronze-shod spears at one another between the streams of Simois and Xanthus. First, Ajax, son of Telamon, tower of the strength to the Achaeans, broke a phalanx of the Trojans, and came to the assistance of his comrades by killing Acamas, son of Eucerus, a lot of Yosses, the best man among the Thracians, both being brave and of great stature. The spear struck the projecting peak of his helmet. Its broad point then went through his forehead into the brain, and darkness veiled his eyes. Then Diomed killed Axylus, son of Teuthrinus, a rich man who lived in the strong city of Eresbe, and was beloved by all men. It's getting dark. Press L to take out and put away your lantern. Okay. It was on page 3. Does it save that for me? It does. Neat. Nestor. There it goes. Oh, look at that. I like the gamble, the head bob.
The grand necessity, then, for our bodies is to keep warm, to keep the vital heat in us.
Where do I see my energy level? It says, I am fully rested. Sometimes left a good fire when I went to take a walk in the winter afternoon. When I returned 3 or 4 hours later, it would be still alive and glowing. There's Walden Pond.
Huh.
Hickory tree. Is it a loon out on the lake? That's nice. It's a basket. Fish if you had your fishing rod. Soon it will be time to rest and reflect on the day. The wildness and adventure letter and fishing is still recommended to me. Perhaps I've owed this employment my closest acquaintance with nature. If I had a rod. The spot where you left is marked with a red X and a map. Press J to open the journal.
Interesting.
Sportsmen go in pursuit of ducks.
My residence was more favorable not only to thought, but to serious reading than a university. And though I was beyond the range of the ordinary circulating library, I had more than ever come within the influence of those books which circulate round the world.
This ought to be fun. Oh, there's another one outside my house. Did I already get this one?
The necessaries of life for man in this climate may, accurately
not
enough,
yet.
be distributed under the several heads of food,
Shelter, clothing, and fuel.
For not till we have secured these are we prepared to entertain the true problems of life with freedom and a prospect of success.
I still have stuff to do on my house, huh? Each evening when you hear the clock chime, review the notes that you made in your journal during the day. I went to the woods because I wished... Huh. So eventually I'm just gonna have the whole... Huh. I wonder if it automatically puts them in order for me, because that's really nice. I don't know how much of this is word for word out of, but... Stony. Description says I'm playing Jackbox. It shouldn't. I definitely changed that. Are you kidding me? I changed that. What the heck? Hold on. Where's my mouse? I changed that. Oi, YouTube. You damn thing. Yeah, this says I'm playing Walden. Walden, again. There. What the heck? Now it doesn't say I'm playing anything. Oh well. Warning, please check the video. Yeah, I know, whatever. Okay, well. That might have fixed it, I guess. It has Walden as a recognized game on here. I didn't have to put in manually or anything. So it's all the notes I've taken. Neat. There will eventually be different places to wake up, huh? That's fun. You have another letter. You may get more did. Alright. Click on it. There we go.
July 1845.
5.
Dear Henry,
Hey!
you've told me yourself that it is difficult to
RWE.
begin anything without borrowing, and I know that you can use an axe, so I've left one for you in my front yard by the chopping stock. Do come by any time to fetch it. Perhaps we can discuss the new lecture I am working on while you are here. Your friend,
Oh boy.
Ralph Waldo Emerson.
Ralph Waldo. What a name. Alright. Well, let's work on some things here. Let's get some blueberries, because I'm going to need some food. Pitch pines. Ooh, what are these? Sumacs. Are they crimson or vermilion? I'm not sure. Green berry showing a velvety crimson cheek. I can pick it. What do I get out of these? Oh, that's food. I wouldn't eat that if I were you. To the best of my knowledge. Alright. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. Wow, that didn't take long at all. Oh, look at that. I'll eventually have a fireplace over there. Alright, so what am I looking for? I'm looking for journal, a collection of the ideas you found. The first page is a map of Walden. Fun. Okay. So, let's see here. There was supposed to be, there's an X down at that end of the pond for the fishing rod, I believe, and the Emerson's back up behind me. So let's go get the fishing rod. Seedlings. It's fun. It's nice and relaxing. Lewis. Doing a lot of gardening work. I've been planting daffodils in my real house. So ferns of some sort. Hay-scented ferns. Now partly decayed. Upcountry, springy mountainsides, and unexhausted vigor. These aspen trees? No, white birch. You can tell it's an aspen because of the way it is. White birch is so prevalent, seedling birches spring up in many neglected spots. Alright. How long can I run? Oh, it uses food. Find, grow, or buy more food. Okay, well. I better find some food then. That's why I'm getting the fishing rod, though. Am I heading the right way? Yeah. All the way down at the end of this jetting. Alright. I just want to go ahead and look at everything and just be inspired. I've got to find those arrowheads after all. I think is the main point of the game. Driftwood. Use this as fuel. That's good to have. Fuel stores. Change the nature of the rocks and trees and beasts. Get some more driftwood on here. Oh, it's just more birch, right? Yep. Alright, where'd I leave that? Let's go get that fishing rod. Assume I can pick up. Oh, nope. Oh, I was inspired and then I wasn't. Or maybe it was just daytime? There's something here? Oh.
Interesting.
Squirrel. Squirrel. One would approach at first warily through the shrub oaks, running by fits and starts like a leaf blown by the wind, then suddenly pausing with a ludicrous expression, as if all the eyes in the universe were on him. Oop, there's a tree. Running into a tree. Oh, looks like I think that's it, right down there. Discovered Sandbar Point. Alright. Just wait, there comes a fish. Oh, did I get something? Haha! Got a fish. Sturdy rod for being one stick. Ooh. And there it is. Oh. Oh well. Cast out once again. And then we'll go home. And maybe run up and grab that axe from good old Ralph's.
Huh.
The yellow perch. Neat. Different kind of fern, isn't it? Creeping juniper. They're not ripe right now, I don't think. Black birch. Different kind of birch. Alright. So my food is still kind of low. I should go pick some more blueberries. I think the fish would do for a while, but... Stone. What this plant here?
Interesting.
White pine. Interesting. You got something to say about everything, don't you? It's fine, that's the point of the game. I feel like sprinting probably uses my food a lot more. But, oh well. I should be looking at the chat then. It is fixed now, that's good. That was 9 minutes ago, Jacob. Pay attention more. It's nice paths. The house is back up that way, I think. I don't know what this is. Blackberries. Comes to know and approve the taste of the wild blackberry, can never be a glutton. He who does not, cannot be otherwise. Take some blackberries. I would assume the trees run out eventually. Or that the berries are not exactly the best source of food. But, I don't know. It's just a peaceful game. Maybe they're like, have some food. You deserve it. You need it. That's the point. Point is that you need food. Lyman Meadow. Home to animals such as bullfrogs and blue jays. And flies I can hear buzzing around somewhere. A cattail. What can I get by focusing on that? You can cross the pond if you find a boat. Fallen tree. Often stood on the banks of the Concord watching the lapse of the current. An emblem of all progress, the occasional logs and stems of trees that floated past, filling their fates, were objects of singular interest to me. And at last I resolved to launch myself on its bosom and float, whether it would bear me. Take some more blueberries for the road. Are all the fishing spots open to me now? Yes, okay. Oh, I went the long way around. And there was a book up there I missed. What kind of book was that?
Interesting.
Piper grass, Indian grass, oh my goodness. Clink foil. Then I should go up and get that axe eventually. But I want to find this book. What was that? Where did I miss it? It's down on the other end by the pond. Okay. Just clip through really quick. Oh, I'm in the tree. Am I supposed to be able to do that? I don't think I'm supposed to be able to do that. That's the blackberries I'm just sort of bouncing over. Oh well. What book do we have over here? The Odyssey? Something Locke might have been? Oh, from the Analects of Confucius. Collection of sayings and ideas attributed to the Chinese philosopher Confucius, circa 500 BCE. These writings have only recently been translated, and finding them in Emerson's library has certainly been inspiring to you in your writing. The themes of embracing simplicity, seeing the divine in nature, reveling in paradox, cultivating life balance, and being true to self are evident in this work and your own. If in the morning I hear but the right way, and in the evening die, I can be happy. Which virtue which is on, seeing to me like a passing cloud. Wow. Fun. Already becoming nighttime again. Is that my campfire or a separate campfire? Oh no, that's my campfire. Alright, well. Let's see here. Is that just light through the trees, or is that Emerson's house up there closer than I think? Could be. Oh well. A stump. Cattail. Cattail down puffs and swells in your hand like a mist, for when you have rubbed off but a thimbleful, the expanded down fills your hand to overflowing. The Milky Way. The stars are God's dreams, thoughts remembered in the silence of night. That's fun. I wonder if it'll let me do constellations and all everything too. There's an arrowhead there. I'll grab that.
When I was 4 years old, as I well remember, I was brought from Boston to this my native town, through these very woods in this field, to the pond. It is one of the oldest scenes stamped on my memory, and now tonight my flute has waked the echoes over that very water.
Oh, and now I get flute. Via Lactea. That's pretty. This doesn't even have the highest quality graphics setting I could have, but oh well. Another arrowhead over here? Yep.
Time is but the stream I go fishing in. I drink at it.
Get it?
But
But while I drink, I see the sandy bottom and detect how shallow it is.
Its thin current slides away, but eternity remains. I would drink deeper, fish in the sky, whose bottom is pebbly with stars. I cannot count them.
More perch. Alright. Will it let me spend the whole night outside or not? I don't think it will. Even if I don't go home. But tomorrow I'll go up and get that axe. And then I can start chopping wood for more fuel. I should probably start looking for more food as well. Yeah, looks like it. Okay. So spend some time fishing, take some more notes, grab some blueberries. Just a calm game. Oh, right here. Pine groves stood like temples, or like fleets at sea, full rigged with wavy boughs and rippling with light, so soft and green and shady that the Druids would have forsaken their oaths to worship in them. Wow. With thinking, we may be beside ourselves in a sane sense. I might be either in the driftwood of the stream, or Indra in the sky looking down on it. Wow. To what end, pray, is so much stone hammered? Nations are possessed with an insane ambition to perpetuate the memory of themselves by the amount of hammered stone they have. I love better to see stones in place. Wow. So I still can't tell. I think some of these are directly out of what I've read. I haven't read the whole thing. Roses are not so numerous as they were. Some which I examine now have short, stout, hooked thorns and narrow bracts. Is it the Rosa Carolina? The water is at its height. The alders, willows, and maples send forth a mass of fibrous red roots several feet long from all sides of their stems in the water to the height of 3 or 4 feet from the ground, in the effort to maintain themselves. I do remember the time is but a stream I go a-fishing in. I'm reading that. So it does look like it orders them automatically for me. Let me get the cabin, I guess. I need to get some food. Should also probably buy some jars. Go into town at some point.
I learned that it would cost incredibly little trouble to obtain one's necessary food, even in this latitude, that a man may use as simple a diet as the animals, and yet retain health and strength.
Oh? It's a newspaper? Notice of non-payment of poll taxes. Oh yeah. By the authority of the Massachusetts Constitution, CI Section 1, Article 4, each male citizen 16 years old or older, except those who by reason of age, infirmity, and poverty may, in the judgment of the assessors, be unable to contribute toward the public charges, be assessed each year $1.50. Such amount, including back taxes not paid, for a total of $9, is payable immediately to the collection agent at the general store in Concord. If any person shall refuse or neglect to pay his tax, the collector may take the body of such person and commit him to prison until he shall pay the tax. So if I ever go into town, like I was just saying, I'm gonna go get some jars. No, because then they'll put me in jail, and I know that's part of his journey, is he spent a couple nights in jail because he just wouldn't pay taxes because he didn't think that he should support taxes. And it's something of a way of protest. Yeah, so there's a lot of blueberries there. There's another rabbit. So back up this way is Emerson's house, I believe. Leaves, Indian grass. What are these purple plants? Must be the Indian grass. Bird noises. There's birds around somewhere. I still haven't stopped long enough to see them.
Interesting.
Mossy pine. The earth lies out now like a leopard, drying her lichen and moss-spotted skin in the sun, her slew and variegated hide. I know that the few raw spots will heal over. Brown is the color for me, the color of our coats and daily lives, the color of the poor man's loaf. What grass is this? Pennsylvanian sedge. Cool. This game is supposed to take 6 hours. I will probably stretch it out into 12, just because I like it. It's relaxed, and I like just walking around with things. Pine cones. Look how busy the squirrels are in October. While the farmer is digging his potatoes and gathering his corn, he little thinks of the squirrel and gathering his harvest in the neighbor woods still more seriously than himself. Alright. There's more sumac over there I can pick some. Big clumps of it. A nice grove. And a wood pile as well. Oh, that's a... No, that's a... It's a shed is what that is. I do like that it seems to automatically eat for me. Collect boards at ruined shelters to build or repair your own shelter. Your shelter is complete, but will fall into disrepair. You'll often hear them if you linger at the edge of the woods. I had bought the shanty of James Collins, an Irishman who worked on the Fitchburg Railroad, for boards. You can collect boards at ruined shelters. Yep. Cool. How quickly does it fall into disrepair? Oh, very quickly. Neat. Okay. So, am I going the right way? Not at all. I can come up along the edge of the woods here. Days go by quickly. I wonder how long the seasons are. So here's the edge of the woods. Fence. Alright. Yeah, just run right along this. Neat. So the sumac grove is out by the fence. Wheatgrass. Speaking of the sumac grove, brush. I better go get some food. So that shows up when I'm at half food. How much food am I going through? Old Man Mushroom. Every countryman and dairymaid knows that the coats of the fourth stomach of the calf will curdle milk, and what particular mushroom is a safe and nutritious diet. Can I eat the mushroom? No. Maybe it's not ripe. Stone wall. The grandeur of Thebes was a vulgar grandeur, more sensible as a rod of stone wall that bounds an honest man's field than 100-gated Thebes that was wandered further from the true end of life. Grab some of these blackberries or black raspberries. Grab plenty of these just so I can keep moving. Huh. Your hair. Surprised I haven't seen any more animals. I keep hearing these birds, but I can't. It's the clock. Why is the clock chiming? Is it becoming evening? Still going the right way, aren't I? The bean field, this is called. I don't see any beans. Ooh, my neck is sunburned. Ouch. Ouch. Alright. This might be difficult to have stream highlights for, since I'm not really doing much. Maybe if I go into town, I can do stream highlights and I can go, I went to jail, haha. I don't know, whatever. I'm having fun, that's all that matters. Good old buddy Ralph. I'm gonna need some food soon. White birch. The head bob is getting slightly annoying, but oh.
Interesting.
Lead away from the woods to the town of Concord. There's somebody over there. Goldenrod. Rough goldenrod makes a thicket higher than my head. What a change there will be in a few years, this little forest of goldenrod giving way to a forest of pines. There was somebody running over there, and, gonna be honest, kind of freaked me out, just because the Emersons tend to build me a house which will surpass any on the main street in Concord in grandeur and luxury, as soon as it pleases me as much as it will cost me no more than my present one. It's the home of Ralph Waldo Emerson, your mentor and friend. You can enjoy his library or do odd jobs at his workbench for money. Orange glinted for memories.
It's very good to make your acquaintance, Mr. Thorold. Your sister seems to believe our thoughts and philosophies are very much aligned. It is good to find a youth so interested in the finer fruits of thought.
Oh. Cup and ball. How contagious are boys' games. A short time ago they were spinning tops all the country over. Now every boy has a stick curved at the end for hockey in his hand, whether in yards or in distant lanes I meet them. Cleaning up toys earns 3 cents. Got the axe. Construction work. Drive a nail home and clinch it so faithfully that you can wake up in the night and think of your work with satisfaction. 3 cents per task. Chopping stumps to replenish your fuel stores. What's the motion for this? Oh, neat. Fun. Is he in here? Can I talk to him?
Ah, hello.
Hello.
There he is. I would that I were worthy to be any man's friend. Click on him to interact. The Old Farmer's Almanac. The seasonal climate of Massachusetts. Warm, humid summers and long, cold, snowy winters. Yeah, sounds about like anywhere in the Midwest. Beans are a good source of nutrition and can be grown easily in cleared land. Their market value is also good. In spring, summer, or fall, plant beans in soil that has been cleared of weeds. The last viable day to plant beans is the first day of early fall. Beans take 6-day cycles from planting. Okay, so this is actually helpful stuff. Weeds may sprout each the 2nd and 3rd days after planting and must be cleared that day or the beans will wither. Oh, wow. They have been weeded each day. If they are not harvested on the 6th day, they will wither and die. Also, if beans have not been harvested by winter, they will wither and die. Withered plants leave brush that must be cleared before the plot can be used again. Day 1, clear and plant. Day 2, plants need weeding. Day 3, plants need weeding. Day 4, plant is fully grown. Day 5, plant blossoms. Day 6, ready to harvest. If your food stores are low, your beans will fill them as you harvest. If your food stores are full, your harvest will be sold at market for about 25 cents. Okay, it's good to know. Knowing your basic needs will lower your natural energy and you will tire more quickly. Edible plants of Massachusetts. Wild apples, strawberries, groundnut, the sumac, purslane, and beans. Let's talk to Mr. Waldo.
Oh, Henry, how goes your new experiment? Has genius struck yet at my woodlot?
Yes,
in fact,
the experiment is
going quite well.
Excellent to hear. I do look forward to reading your new work. I hope you're keeping a good journal, full of your insights about life in the woods. Since you're here, I could use your assistance with some research I'm doing for a new lecture. Could you spare the time to help me?
Certainly.
Certainly. Why not?
Thank you. I know you're quite busy with your own work, but I need help finding my copy of Homer's Iliad. I saw that you were reading it down by
Oh,
your
yep.
new cabin. Do you still
I
have
can
it?
bring the Iliad.
Yes, I have seen it and can get it for you.
Oh, that's wonderful. When you come back, we can discuss the passage I'm looking for. In the meanwhile, I found some books on bean planting and local wildlife you might find useful. I put them on the table in my library.
Oh, I'm running very low on food.
I look forward to it. Goodbye for now.
Fully rested, but I need some food. Clean up Waldo's toys. First board games published in America. The Mansion of Happiness, instructive, moral, and entertainment amusement. About life and how to live it. Okay. Clock is about to chime. Oh.
Dear Miss Fuller, it was a pleasure to meet you and thank you for the introductions to such brilliant new company. I am sure that writers such as these will fill our new journal with rays of golden talent. I have another name to add to the roster of our dial, Mr. Henry David Thorell, a fine, brave youth of this town from whom I expect great things. I will send you some of his work soon. My son, young Waldo, is very well, and wife Lydian sends her love. R.W. Emerson.
Soon Walden Woods. Oh, uh-oh. Okay, well. I'd better... Toy Top. Oh, I need food fast. I should go prep some bean plots. Oh, there. Before I go, let's grab this.
Men have become the tools of their tools. The
The
man
man
who
who independently
plucked
plucked
the
the
fruits when
fruit.
he was hungry has become a farmer, and he who stood under a tree for shelter, a housekeeper. We now no longer camp as for a night, but have settled down on earth and forgotten heaven.
So we have.
Hmm.
Do you love? Know your own bone. Gnaw at it, bury it, unearth it, and gnaw it still. I could go into Concord and get arrested, but I think I'll just grab this.
Every day or two I stroll to the village to hear some of the gossip which is incessantly going on there, circulating either from mouth to mouth or from newspaper to newspaper, and which,
Oh
taken
yeah.
in homeopathic doses, was really as refreshing in its way as the rustle of leaves and the peeping of frogs.
He had something about newspapers I remember reading, but I don't remember what specifically about it. I need to get some food, because that's the clock. Food supply, very low supply. Somewhere. Shelter, excellent shape. Fully rested and very inspired. What's my to-do list? Oh, find Emerson's copy of Homer. Wake at my cabin. Oh, I didn't mean to skip my journal for that night. In the woods,
Here in the
late
woods,
summer.
I live in each season as it passes, breathe the air, drink the drink, taste the fruit, and resign myself to the influence of the earth.
He sews so quickly. I don't know. He just he stabs it. Neat. My clothes are repaired. Oh, there's some.
I was as much affected by the faint hum of a mosquito making its invisible and unimaginable tour through my apartment at earliest dawn as I could be by any trumpet that ever sang of fame.
I forgot I finished my house.
When I return to my house, I find that visitors have been there and left their cards. Either a bunch of flowers, or a wreath of evergreen, or a name in pencil on a yellow walnut leaf, or a chip.
Fun. Did I get mail today? Letter from... Ooh, it's from the wife, I believe. Or the sister. The sister.
August 1845. Dear Henry, don't forget that we care for you and miss you at home. Should you visit, I have left a surprise for you on the game table, as I know you love a good challenge. Stay safe and healthy. Your sister,
Alright.
Sophia.
That'll be fun to check out. Oh, the blueberries aren't ripe anymore. Oh, yes, they are. Okay. I need food, and I need lots of it. I really should go into town at some point. You know what? Okay. So, what all can I do today? While I'm... okay. Food, about half full. Alright, I'm going to have to go back up to the bean field and plant, but let's grab the book first. Grab the copy of the Iliad, that's right here. There's something over there, too. Claim the inspiration this text offers. How much is in here? Huh. Let me do some fishing for food, but I should plant some beans. Is alright. And then you wait. Oh, and tug. Oh, a very nice fish. Cast out again. Get that perch. And whoop. Small fish. He yawns. Yeah, I get that feeling. At least my audio doesn't sound like crap right now. From the looks of things. Alright. Oh, nice big fish. Full of food. Okay. So, I think maybe in the winter I'll go into Concord, if that's how long stuff lasts. But for now, let's head out to the bean fields. They're up almost directly behind my cabin. Everything is a lot closer than I ever think it is, but the head bob is somewhat annoying when you're sprinting like this. Alright, so where do I clear ground? Straight ahead. And it'll probably give me a pop-up or something. But let's see here. Is this it? Oh, these are it. Click on the brush to clear area for planting. Aha. So plant. Clear, plant. Clear, plant. Thank you, tooltip. It's got wood stuff right there, right next to it, so I can do some clearing of that as well. Just walk through and plant. There we go. And I'll have to remember to come and weed these tomorrow. And on the 6th day, I'll be able to have some plants. The music is really nice. I feel like I should just be sitting out and talking about something else. But, oh well. Ugh. It's difficult to distract myself with this, and then also to talk about things that aren't related to the stream. Because I feel like when I play a game, I want to talk about the game. I want to figure out what's going on, and I want to be in with it. But I know that a lot of like commentary stuff is supposed to be done separately. I'm supposed to have a conversation about something else, or interact with something. I don't know. This feels like a nice game where eventually I can just talk with it, and I can probably practice stuff with it. Oh. So this will tire me, and I'll have to feel inspired again. Where does it tell me my energy? Is that in here? Very tired, but very inspired. To do or not to do? Okay. Came to love my rose, my beans. They attached me to the earth, and so I got strength, like Antaeus. Gotta be close to finishing the plot here. Oh wow, this is larger than I thought. So then I can go over and rest at Thoreau's fire, or not Thoreau's fire, Emerson's fire. And I give him back his book. Two more rows here. Just rest a while. Pignut hickory. A bare hickory seen against the sky becomes an interesting, even beautiful object to behold. I think, where have I been staying all these days? I will surely come here again. Rabbit over there. Look. Arrowhead.
Near at hand, upon the topmost spray of a birch, sings the brown thrasher, or red mavis, as some love to call him.
Oh, look,
All the
bird.
morning, glad of your society, that would find out another farmer's field if yours were not here. While you are planting the seed, he cries, drop it, cover it up, pull it up, pull it up, pull it up.
There was a bird right over there, and I should have grabbed it while I had it. I think that was about a similar thing. Planting my beans gives me inspiration. Running out of fuel. I have a wood pile. Okay. Well, there's a chopping block right there. And then when it gives me the option to wake up, I can always just sleep in the woods, which I don't think is healthy for me. Probably ends up using more. Oh
Wishing to earn $10 or $12 by some honest and agreeable method, in order to meet my unusual expenses, I planted about 2 acres and a half of light and sandy soil, chiefly with beans.
So I'll have to come back and get these tomorrow then.
In the course of the summer, it appeared by the arrowheads, which I turned up in hoeing, that an extinct nation had anciently dwelt here.
Anciently. Alright, there's Sumac right over there. And his house is just up the way as well. I'll return the book then. Thoreau, I guess. It's not Thoreau, technically, they're saying. All the goldenrod. Get the sumac, and then I'll have to get some fuel. Can chop wood. Game audio suddenly seems quiet on the recording. Is it coming through the stream alright?
All sound heard at the greatest possible distance produces one and the same effect, the vibration of the universal lyre, just as the intervening atmosphere makes a distant ridge of the earth interesting to our eyes by the azure tint it imparts to it.
Beautiful way of saying it sounded pretty in the woods. When I stayed in the woods, it sounded pretty. But I suppose the whole point is that it sounds pretty, and it is pretty, and to appreciate the pretty a little more. Bring up my lantern here. There's another arrowhead just laying out here. I wonder how many there are total. Probably quite a few, I
Many men
guess.
walk by day, few walk by night. It is a very different season. Chancing to take a memorable walk by moonlight some years ago, I resolved to take more such walks and make acquaintance with another side of nature.
Alright, I need some fuel. I'll grab that first before I forget about it.
Ah, there you are, Henry. This new poem of yours is exceptional.
It's a little difficult to read when I have
think
my
it may be
lantern
the
out.
purest strain and the loftiest that has yet peeled from this unpoetic American forest. Tell me, what are you working on next? And have you thought much of publishing your work, so that it might reach beyond our small hamlet?
It reaches beyond. We will swing. If you stop short, that's all it does.
Henry, there you are.
Good evening.
Ah, you found my home. Good for you, Henry. I wanted to look at that passage about the generations of mankind and how they're like the autumn leaves. You know the one I mean.
I
No,
haven't
I
read it.
haven't read it.
Oh, well, I had hoped you would, and that it would give you inspiration. You should look at it when you have a moment. Your experiment reminds me of the image of heroic life that Homer gives us.
Okay.
I wonder, can we all make our lives heroic in our quality of living, if not on the field of battle? Since
Can
you're
love
here,
bloom
I've also been looking for my works of
even on a
Confucius.
battlefield?
I was reading it the other day down by the marsh. Have you seen it there by any chance?
Yes,
I have seen it.
and
I
can
get it.
for you.
Oh, that's wonderful. When you come back, we can discuss the passage I'm looking for.
I look forward to it. Goodbye for now.
Fully rested. Oh, there's something new over here. What is this one? Oh, that's the Iliad I just put down. Birds, blue jays, chickadees, thrushes, sparrows, hummingbirds, nighthawks, oh boy, barred owls, screech owls, partridge, the common shiner, the yellow perch, walleye, yum. Geese and loons, bullfrogs, turtles, squirrels, minks, red foxes, cows, hounds. Gonna try and get back over as close to the bean fields as I can. Oh, never mind. Huh. Late summer. Wow. Already filled 32 pages. Awake where I am. Why not? That's a really nice option, they have that. Yeah, okay. So, to-do lists. Tend Beanfield, and then go to Concord. From Bronson Alcott. Oh, boy. An urgent letter. Well, let me go check my beans first. My beans, go there, and then head back to Concord. The Fitchburg Railroad. Huh. I haven't even been down past the other side of the pond yet. I should go and do that someday. Listen.
Interesting.
Huckleberry. Listen, looky here, Huck, if you want to go to heaven, then you better do your lessons or you won't know how. That's a fun show I should look more into. I started listening through all of it and then didn't finish. But I did, River in the Rain. I did that song, that was really fun. Time to weed the beans. My food stores are really small. When I go into town, I should try and buy something to upgrade those. See whether or not I actually get arrested. Pine cones. Let's see
As
here.
I drew a still fresher soil about the rows with my hoe, I disturbed the ashes of unchronicled nations who in primeval years lived under these heavens, and their small implements of war and hunting were brought to the light of this modern day.
Oh, that was one that you can only get while you're inspired by something. Uh-oh, I should have picked that up. Oh well. Does it show back up now? It was right there. Oh well. It's an interesting mechanic, the inspiration. Because it makes the game very... Potentially could make the game longer.
I cherish them, I hoe them. Early and late I have an eye to them, and this is my day's work. Fellow travelers, as they rattled by, compared it aloud with the fields which they had passed, so that I came to know how I stood in the agricultural world. Mine was, as it were, the connecting link between wild and cultivated fields. As some states are civilized, and others half-civilized, and others savage or barbarous, so my field was, though not in a bad sense, a half-cultivated field.
Oh. I'll take half cultivated any day. You're woodpeckers now. That's fun. Fun noise to have. Me and the Transcendentalist hunting for beans. Nah, we grow our own beans here. We don't gotta hunt for beans. Do gotta grab some of this sumac and eat up and head into town, though. Right.
Interesting.
Purslane. It's made a satisfactory dinner, satisfactory on several accounts, simply off the dish purslane. Portula, which I gathered in my cornfield, boiled and salted. I gave the Latin on account of the savoriness of the trivial name. I don't actually know what purslane looks like, whether it's ripe or not. The way I understand it, or the way that we were told in Honors English 10, is that the Transcendentalists were just the chillest dudes. But they were also like, oh, by the way, here's what's wrong with society, and that's why we're gonna go out in the woods. And there are differing accounts from different teachers on whether or not they smoked any weed. Any of the good stuff, as it may be called. But I'm not sure. I don't know. I doubt there will be much in this game. Alright. Listen to all the birds chirping. Also, what happened to his kid? Where'd the kid go? I wanted to do the... Alright. Yeah. Toy hoop. The toys reset every day, too, if I want to keep earning 3 cents. 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 3, 6, okay, I stubbed my tongue. Stubbed my little tongue. Made some money. Right, let's head into town. Let's go see my sister, Sophia. Nice little fade transition. Welcome to Concord. Find the general store, post office, and your family's home, the yellow building just up ahead. Here it is.
Henry and John have decided to start their own school, Father. It means they won't be able to help much in the pencil factory, but they already have several students promised to attend, and it will be a fine, uncommon school, won't it, Henry?
Fun. Possible your mother has done your laundry. Letters give you insight to your relationship with your family. Academy notice of opening. Messrs. John Thoreau and Henry D. Thoreau. To offer a school for a limited number of pupils of both sexes to be opened on Monday, September the 10th. Instruction will be given in the usual English branches. Welpley's Universal History, Smith's Theory of Moral Sentiments, Paley's Moral Philosophy, Euler's Algebra. Ooh, fun. That's Euler, Jacob, you moron. Euler's Algebra. Trigonometry, Application of Algebra to Geometry. $6 per quarter. That's good.
August 1838. Dear Sophia, it was so kind of your family to welcome us, and I hope we will see you all again soon. Edmund looks forward to starting his studies with your brothers, and I'm sure we will all see much more of each other. The poems Henry sent came safely and pleased us much. The sonnet entitled Beauty is my favorite. Best regards, Ellen Sewell.
What's the pink one?
July 1838. Dear Messieurs Thoreau, my sister, whom you know, has sent me a copy of the Yeoman's Gazette with your advertisement for a new Concord Academy, and suggested I contact you regarding the education of my son, Edmund Sewell. Edmund is a bright pupil, and is in need of instruction preparatory to a collegiate course, with the usual English branches of study. I will send him, with my daughter Ellen as chaperone, to meet you at your earliest convenience. Sincerely,
Fun.
Reverend Edmund Quincy Sewell.
So you opened a school?
Dear Ellen, Sophia tells me you enjoyed the poems I sent, so here are some more brief lines for you with my best wishes. Nature never makes haste. Her systems revolve at an even pace. The bud swells
I like the
imperceptibly,
music that it's
without
changed.
hurry or confusion, as though the short spring days were an eternity. Why then should man hasten, as if anything less than an eternity were allotted for the last deed? As the wise man is not anxious that time wait for him, neither does he wait for it. Henry Thoreau.
Fun. Oh, I really need fuel, don't I? A walk to Washet draft. Summer and winter our eyes had rested on the dim outline of the mountains in our horizon, to which distance and indistinctness lent a grandeur not their own, so that they served equally to interpret all the illusions of poets and travelers, whether with Homer on a spring morning we sat down on many-peaked Olympus, or with Virgil and his compeers roamed the Etruria and Thessalian hills, or with Humboldt measured the more modern Andes and Tenerife. Thus we spoke our mind to them, standing on the Concord cliffs. At length, like Rasselas and other inhabitants of happy valleys, we resolved to scale the blue wall which bound the western horizon, though not without misgivings that thereafter no visible fairyland would exist for us. But we will not leap at once to our journey's end, though near, but intimate Homer, who conducts his reader over the plain and along the resounding sea, though it be to the tent of Achilles. In the space of thought are the reaches of land and water, where men go and come. The landscape lies far and fair within, and the deepest thinker is the farthest traveled. Fun. I need food. Like, gift basket. Solve her riddles.
Dear Henry, I have set a little game for you based on our own favorite board, the woods. Here is the first piece of the puzzle. I rise above the forest floor, where once I lay in days of yore. A gentle hand has made formation in places hidden, though not forbidden. Come find me if you seek inspiration. Bon chance, Sophia.
Interesting. Huckleberry never reaches Boston. As long as eternal justice reigns, not one innocent huckleberry can be transported thither from country's hills. I will eat the pie. Do I meet my parents anywhere? Oh. Nice. My clothes are full fixed now. I need some wood, and I need to see if the general store is open. I also need to go back and tend to my beans.
As I walked in the woods to see the birds and squirrels, so I walked to the village to see the men and boys. Instead of the wind among the pines, I heard the carts rattle. In one direction from my house, there was a colony of muskrats in the river meadows. Under the grove of elms and buttonwoods in the other horizon was a village of busy men, as curious to me as if they had been prairie dogs. One afternoon, near the end of the first summer, when I went to the village to get a shoe from the cobbler's,
here it is.
I was seized and put into jail, because, as I have elsewhere related, I did not pay a tax to, or recognize the authority of, the state which buys and sells men, women, and children like cattle, at the door of its Senate House. I had gone down to the woods for other purposes, but wherever a man goes, men will pursue and paw him with their dirty institutions and, if they can, constrain him to belong to their desperate Oddfellow society.
And then I wrote, like, a ton in jail, if I remember correctly. Yeah, civil disobedience, yep. I heartily accept the motto that government is best which governs least, and I should like to see it acted up to more rapidly and systematically. Carried out, it finally amounts to this, which I also believe, that government is best which governs not at all, and when men are prepared for it, that will be the kind of government which they will have. Government is at best but an expedient, but most governments are usually, and all governments are sometimes, inexpedient. The objections which have been brought against a standing army, never mind, I don't get to read that now. Beans. Call endless. A woman's dress, at least, is never done. I only get the option to wake where I am in prison. Can I finish reading? Okay. The standing army is only an arm of the standing government. The government itself, which is only the mode which the people have chosen to execute their will, is equally liable to be abused and perverted before the people can act through it. Witness the present Mexican War, the work of comparatively a few individuals using the standing government as their tool, for in the outset the people would not have consented to this measure. This American government, what is it but a tradition, though a recent one, endeavoring to transmit itself unimpaired to posterity, but each instant losing some of its integrity. It has not the vitality and force of a single living man, for a single man can bend it to his will. It is a sort of wooden gun to the people themselves. But it is not the less necessary for this. For the people must have some complicated machinery or other, and hear its din, to satisfy that idea of government which they have. Governments show thus how successfully men can be imposed on, even impose on themselves for their own advantage. It is excellent, we must all allow. Yet this government never of itself furthered any enterprise, but by the alacrity with which it got out of its way. It does not keep the country free, it does not settle the West, it does not educate. The character inherent in the American people has done all that has been accomplished. And it would have done somewhat more if the government had not sometimes got its way, for government is an expedient by which men would fain succeed in letting one another alone. And, as had been said, when it is most expedient, the governed are most let alone by it. Trade and commerce, if they were not made of India rubber, would never manage to bounce over the obstacles which legislators are continually putting it in their way. And if one were to judge these men wholly by the effects of their actions, and not partly by their intentions, they would deserve to be classed and punished with those mischievous persons who put obstructions on the railroads. But to speak practically, and as a citizen, unlike those who called themselves no government men, I ask for not at once no government, but at once a better government. Let every man make known what kind of government would command his respect, and that will be one step toward attaining it. After all, the practical reason why, when the power is once in the hands of the people, a majority are permitted, and for a long period continue, to rule, is not because they are most likely to be in the right, nor because this seems fairest to the minority, but because they are physically the strongest. Oh my goodness. Recognize revolution. All voting is a sort of gaming, like checkers or backgammon, with a slight moral tinge to it, playing with right and wrong, with moral questions, and betting naturally accompanies. The character of the voters is not staked. I cast my vote for chances I think right, but I am not vitally concerned that the right should prevail. I am willing to leave it to the majority. Its obligation, therefore, never exceeds that of expediency, even voting for the right of doing nothing for it. It is only expressing to men feebly your desire that it should prevail. A wise man will not leave the right to the mercy of chance, nor wish it to prevail through the power of the majority. There is but little virtue in the action of masses of men. No, it was Emerson who wrote Nonconformity, wasn't it? My beans! My beans! They're gonna get... Oh, wait, here.
Under a government which imprisons any unjustly, the true place for a just man is also a prison. Interesting.
Thousands of who are in opinion opposed to slavery and the war, who yet affect to do nothing to put an end to them, who, esteeming themselves children of Washington and Franklin, sit down with their hands in their pockets and say that they know not what to do and do nothing. Mexican war poster. When a sixth of the population of the nation, which has undertaken to be the refuge of liberty, are slaves, and a whole country is unjustly overrun and conquered by a foreign army, I think it is not too soon for honest men to rebel and revolutionize. What makes the duty more urgent is that ours is the invading army. Where's the next? Okay. Here it is.
I have paid no poll tax for 6 years. I was put into a jail once on this account for one night, and as I stood considering the walls of solid stone, 2 or 3 feet thick, the door of wood and iron, a foot thick, and the iron grating which strained the light, I could not help being struck with the foolishness of that institution which treated me as if I were mere
The
flesh and
walls
blood and
seemed...
bones to be locked up. I did not for a moment feel confined, and the wall seemed a great waste of stone and mortar.
Okay. I gotta go weed my beans. I'm gonna come back to the store. I do need food and wood, though. I've needed fuel for a while. Okay. Full on fuel. Grab that for some quick money and head over to the bean plants. Grab the blueberries since I need the food. Okay. Man, there's quite a delay on this. Now it's bean time, baby. Bean time. Alright. Yeah, I get tired out. Resting, especially by a fire, will restore your energy. Red maple. Acer rubrum. Thanks, Bussy. Alright. Here we go. Alright. Coming to weed my beans. I gotta weed them beans, yeah. Yeah, beans. Doesn't really fit with the
Before yet any woodchuck
chuck
or
of
squirrel
squirrel
had run across
the road.
or the sun had got above the shrub oaks, while all the dew was on, I began to level the ranks of haughty weeds in my bean field and throw dust upon their heads.
Throw dust on the weeds so they don't grow. But they'll grow back anyway because that's how weeds work. I should upgrade my food stores before I get to harvest bees, because then I can actually use the harvest. And I guess I can sell it either way, but I hear a mosquito. I don't like that noise. Really don't like that noise.
Daily, the beans saw me come to their rescue armed with a hoe and thin the ranks of their enemies, filling up the trenches with weedy dead.
Alright, can I head back into town now? Oh, no. First of all, grab the arrowhead.
From under a rotten stump, my hoe turned up a sluggish, portentous, and outlandish spotted salamander, a trace of Egypt and the Nile, yet our contemporary.
Show me the salamander again.
Huh.
What did I pick up there? Pine needles. Reminds of the greater benefactor of intelligence that stands over me, the human insect. Gonna run out of food again. I gotta go buy more food stores and then just sit and pick blueberries for like a day. Oh, did I actually pick all the huckleberries out of it? Is that a thing? Or are the hitboxes just confusing? Because it certainly could be a little bit of both. But either way, this is fun. It's relaxing. I'm just walking, talking, and growing beans. What was on my other to-do list things? Solve Sophia's riddle, find Confucius, and 10 beans, was it the last one? Yep. Sophia's riddle. No. Get to town before the clock rings. It's not even that dark out yet. Just send me back. Where's the general store? Probably closing soon, but... Oh, there's arrowheads. Don't send me back to prison.
Society is commonly too cheap.
Oh.
We meet at the post office and at the sociable, and about the fireside every night. We live thick and are in each other's way, and stumble over one another, and I think that we thus lose some respect for one another.
Townsperson, Homo sapien. I do not wish to flatter my townsmen, nor to be flattered by them, for that will not advance either of us. We need to be provoked, goaded like oxen as we are, into a trot. Monument Square. Traveled a good deal in Concord, and everywhere in shops and offices and fields the inhabitants appeared to be as doing penance in 1,000 remarkable ways. Courthouse. Finding that my fellow citizens were not likely to offer me any room in the courthouse or any courtesy of living anywhere else, I must shift for myself. I turned my face more exclusively than ever to the woods, where I was better known. Uh-oh.
Hello, Henry.
Good evening.
What can I do for you?
Large increase to shelter state. Increase your odds. Fishing. Food jar. Adds permanent capacity. That's what I want. Payback taxes? No. Not at all. Permanent durability to my shelter. Permanent capacity to your food storage. I'll get another jar, I think. We want culture more than potatoes and illumination more than sugar plums. Then the great resources of the world are taxed and drawn out, and the result, or staple production, is not slaves nor operatives, but men, those rare fruits called heroes, saints, poets, philosophers, and redeemers. Clothing. Neat. It's a slavery poster. Luxuries. With respect to luxuries and comforts, the wisest have ever lived a more simple and meager life than the poor. Coal. I get the feeling as soon as I walk out of the store that it's gonna turn to night and make me go to sleep. All discoveries and inventions, no man will go by a pile of wood. Tools. Men labor under a mistake. By a seeming fate, commonly called necessity, they are employed laying up treasures which moth and rust will corrupt, and thieves break through and steal. It is a fool's life, as they will find when they get to the end of it, if not before. Mr. Hosmer, Shepton. And sometimes I am reminded that the mechanics and shopkeepers stay in their shops not only all the forenoon, but all the afternoon too. I think that they deserve some credit for not having all committed suicide long ago. Sugar candies. Boil down the sweet sap from which spring causes to flow within you. Stop not at syrup, go on to sugar, though you present the world with but a single crystal. The apple is the most noblest of fruits. Sifter. Not need to get a new suit to do it in. What's this? The post office. And the bank. I need to get some food now that I've increased my storages. I'm well below 60%. I haven't checked in a couple of days. Put into jail. Slender black birches. Rotten stump, I get the salamander. More about the beans. Traveled a good deal in Concord. Stuff about coal. Surely the apple is the noblest of fruits. Let the most beautiful or the swiftest have it. That should be the going price of apples. Go ahead and wake me where I am. I'll go back into the river, into the woods, and solve the riddle at some point. Early fall.
Summer is gone now, with all its infinite wealth, and still nature is genial to me. Though I no longer pluck so many berries on the hill, still, for my part, I could easily do without the post office. I think that there are very few important communications made through it.
That's right. President Polk. Strong supporter of expansions, and believe his policies in the West will result in the spreading of slavery. Hint, hint, it does. Odd jobs. Map of Concord. Oh. Mailboxes. A letter from a doctor.
For a long time, I was a reporter to a journal, of no very wide circulation, whose editor has never yet seen fit to print the bulk of my contributions, and, as is too common for writers, I got only my labor for my pains.
Hmm.
Ah, there you are, Henry. Still squatting out there in the woods, then? Hope that you're careful with your fires out there. We wouldn't want to see you burn down more of our fine woods.
First letter here.
My dear Thoreau, believe me when I say that I have tried to do you the favor of getting your article into the hands of publishers, but I have not had success in this errand, and have hardly a hope that it will be immediate, if ever. I know you have written a good thing, too good, I fear, to be profitable to yourself or attractive to publishers. I will remain your champion in these matters, however, and entreat you to send me that one piece you were working on when we met at your family home. Remember me to Ralph Waldo Emerson. Yours heartily, Horace Greeley.
He seems kind of like a grease bag.
Dear Mr. Thoreau, Dr. Agassiz was quite satisfied with the specimens you sent last month. He says to tell you that the small mud turtle was actually a very rare species, quite distinct from the snapping turtle as you labeled it. We would be very much obliged if you could supply us with samples of the following fishes from your small pond and can pay 75 cents apiece. 5 common shiners, 3 yellow perch, 1 walleye.
Quest line.
Sincerely, James Elliott Cabot, assistant to Dr. Agassiz, Harvard
At
University.
Harvard. Nice. Can I read other people's mail? Dang it. That's a felony, that's why. What about the bank?
The mass of men lead lives of quiet desperation. What is called resignation is confirmed desperation. From the desperate city you go into the desperate country, and have to console yourself with the bravery of minks and muskrats. The village appeared to me a great newsroom, and on one side, to support it, as once at Redding and Company's on State Street, they kept nuts and raisins, or salt and meal and other groceries. Have not men improved somewhat in punctuality since the railroad was invented? Do they not talk and think faster in the depot than they did in the stage office? To do things railroad fashion is now the byword.
Oh, this takes me back. Where does this take me, actually? Oh, that's quite a ways away. Okay. I have a task in Concord? Manuscript for Greeley at parents' house. Okay, running low on fuel, very low on food. Which way to the bean fields from here? Straight over. Gotta go and get those beans. I will need to grab some food because I'm very low on it. Oh, but here's a chopping block and grab some wood while I'm here. How do you increase this? I know you can, I'm just not sure how. At least it said you could. Maybe I haven't gotten that far yet. Oh well. Man. Really doesn't seem like there's much even to talk about. The rain is nice. Do I get research for that? No. Just the stars in the sky. Hawk. The stack of woods or rocks. That was in the title screen. There are little paths on here, Sean. Ever felt lonesome or at least oppressed by a sense of solitude? Take your time at this special sight.
I
Never
never
found
the companion that was so companionable as solitude. A man thinking or working is always alone. Let him be where he will. Solitude is not measured by the miles of space that intervene between a man and his fellows. If the day and the night are such that you greet them with joy, and life emits a fragrance like flowers and sweet-scented herbs, is more elastic, more starry, more immortal, that is your success. All nature is your congratulation, and you have cause momentarily to bless yourself.
nice. Go ahead and bless yourselves, chat. We have momentary cause to bless ourselves. Is this the sumac grove? Yep. Still right. I gotta get to the beans. Don't pause for the sumac. Get to the beans. Alright. Walk to the beans. Neat. Then tomorrow I should wake at the cabin. Eventually I'll get that little partridge chicks. Uh-oh. Many arrowheads here.
I am no more lonely than the loon in the pond that laughs so loud, or than Walden Pond itself. I am no more lonely than a single mullein or dandelion in a pasture, or a bean leaf, or a sorrel, or a horsefly, or a bumblebee. I am no more lonely than the millbrook, or a weathercock, or the North Star, or the south wind, or an April shower, or a January thaw, or the first spider in a new house.
Oh.
It was a singular experience, that long acquaintance which I cultivated with beans. What with planting and hoeing and harvesting and threshing, and picking over and selling them. The last was the hardest of all, I might add, eating, for I did taste. I was determined to know beans.
Gotta know them beans. Then I gotta fill up my food store.
Sometimes the man in the bean field heard more of travelers' gossip and comment than was meant for his ear. Beans so late, peas so late, for I continued to plant when others had begun to hoe. Does he live there? Asks the black bonnet of the gray coat, and the hard-featured farmer reins up his grateful Dobbin to inquire what you are doing. I went so far as to slaughter a woodchuck which ravaged my bean field, effect his transmigration, as a Tartar would say, and devour him, partly for experiment's sake.
Oh. What? Yeah. There's another one. I don't think I can do anything with the beans today. Don't have to worry about weeding though, so that's nice. This was day 4, I believe.
This is the result of my experience in raising beans. Plant the common small white bush bean about the 1st of June in rows 3 feet by 18 inches apart, being careful to select fresh round and unmixed seed. Harvest as early as possible, if you would escape frosts and have a fair and saleable crop.
Makes sense. Head back to the sumac over here. Pick some food. Then that riddle. I don't know what that is. I should look into that. Alright. So, let me check quickly. What was the riddle again? Oh, shows up. It's the little flower. Shows up on the thing. Okay. There's a book I can get. There's Solitude Cairn. I'm filling out my map quite well, actually. Let's see here. Oh. Wait, my cabin's been right there by the beans the whole time? Oh, neat. There's a much faster way to get there than what I was doing. I think there's a, not there though. Yep, there's a couple. Many of them. Milky Way again. It's nighttime.
This further experience also I gained. I said to myself, I will not plant beans and corn with so much industry another summer, but such seeds, if the seed is not lost, as sincerity, truth, simplicity, faith, innocence, and the like, and see if they will not grow in this soil.
Neat. It's comparing sowing seed to sowing virtue.
Our whole life is startlingly moral. There is never an instant's truce between virtue and vice.
Goodness is the only investment that never fails. Good way of looking at it.
Sometimes, on Sundays, I heard the bells, the Lincoln, Acton, Bedford, or Concord bell. When the wind was favorable, a faint, sweet and, as it were, natural melody, worth importing into the wilderness.
I do like the little sound cues, like that one, the flute. That was fun. I see a glint over there by the fields. I still haven't really been to the other side of the pond.
Look out for woodchucks, if it
What is
is
it?
an exposed place, for they will nibble off the earliest tender leaves almost clean as they go. And again, when the young tendrils make their appearance, they have notice of it, and will shear them off with both buds and young pods, sitting erect like a squirrel.
How many beans would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck beans? Okay, what are you humming at right now? I'm not doing anything. To my knowledge, I'm not doing anything. It's getting dark out. Grab a bit more sumac and then go to sleep, I think. Just me and my plants. And a very veiny hand. Alright. What do I want to do tomorrow? I haven't been down to Fairyland Meadow or Emerson's Cliff. Could always try and find more books, too. There's a reading book down there. Is that still... I wonder if that's still the Iliad. Oh, there's a letter.
October, 1845. Dearest Henry, Mother asks how you are doing with your work out there in the woods. Won't you come home sometime? I have been sorting through some old letters that you might like to see, and have left them out for you. Sophia.
Nobody's there when I come home. I just steal the pie. Oh, here I am. Early fall. Summer is gone now, and with it, with all its infinite wealth, and still nature is genial to me. Though I no longer pluck so many berries on the hill, still I behold the same inaccessible beauty around me. post office, journal, the train. In August, large masses of berries, which, when in flower, had attracted many wild bees, gradually assumed their brightly velvety crimson hue, and by their weight again bent down and broke the tender limbs. Beans so late, bees so late. Why continue to plant when others have begun to hoe? Stuff about beans. Look out for woodchucks, they'll steal your beans. Look where I am. Another urgent letter from Hanson Alcott. What's this one?
Henry, it seems like Concord is growing so rapidly these days. I see in the post office that there is much surveying work to be had for someone like yourself, who knows the land and loves to walk its every vista. Of course, surveying does aid in the parceling up of your beloved woods, and yet it is a living that could keep you while you write and live close to nature.
A difficult choice, certainly.
Yours sincerely, R.W.E.
Well, let's check these urgent letters I have.
Dear Henry, tomorrow I need your assistance to guide a weary traveler toward the North Star. Like yourself, he is also named Henry. I will leave my instructions here at your cabin tomorrow morning, and they must be followed before the end of night.
Uh-oh.
Yours sincerely, A. Bronson Alcott.
Oh boy. Okay.
No man ever stood the lower in my estimation for having a patch in his clothes. Yet I am sure that there is greater anxiety commonly to have fashionable, or at least clean and unpatched clothes, than to have a sound conscience. We know but few men, a great many coats and breeches. Before we can adorn our houses with beautiful objects, the walls must be stripped, and our lives must be stripped, and beautiful housekeeping and beautiful living be laid for a foundation. A taste for the beautiful is most cultivated out of doors, where there is no house and no housekeeper.
Is today the 5th or 6th day on my beans? No, but let's go grab that. Oh, not right. Huh? Oh, the blueberries are not ripe in early fall. Well done. Let us head up to the beans. Must not be harvest day yet. Nope. It's just day 5, it looks like. Soon it will be ready for harvest. Okay, one more day. Shoot, so I accidentally started bean harvest day on the same day as I get to escort somebody. Alright, well today then, let's go look at that riddle. Maybe catch some fish while I'm at it. Okay. I probably should fix my house as well. The same humming. Alright then. Really, really tired there, aren't you? I have food supplies are some. Yeah, I know my food supplies are somewhat low. It told me to repair my clothes, so I'll keep doing that. Anytime I go to get more food, they just... There's another arrowhead. Anytime I go to get more food, it's like,
As the
no.
sparrow had its trill, sitting on the hickory before my door, so had I my chuckle or suppressed warble which he might hear out of my nest.
Bird whistles. Okay, where's that flowers over to my right for Sophia's riddle? The blackberries, they ought to be ripe early fall. The raspberries too should be, because that's when you can pick them while you're still mowing the lawn. Where am I going? Back up this way. The smooth sumac. Over here. It's not at the... Oh, there's another solitude cairn. Aha.
Congratulations, you've solved the first riddle. Now let's see how far you can get in the game. Between Peak of
Haywood
and
and
Water's
Water's
Edge,
Edge.
in a patch of daisies and a bit of sedge, nearby, a perfect point for fish and fowl.
That's over at the marsh.
A hooting owl.
I think that's over at
Sophia.
the marsh. I think that's over at the marsh. I was right. It's between the marsh and the pond.
One day, I observed
Sir?
two large
Oh.
ants, the one red, the other much larger, nearly half an inch long and black, fiercely contending with one another. Looking farther, I was surprised to find that the chips were covered with such combatants, that it was not a duellum, but a bellum, a war between two races of ants. It was the only battle which I have ever witnessed, the only battlefield I ever trod while the battle was raging. Internecine war, the red republicans on the one hand, and the black imperialists on the other. On every side they were engaged in deadly combat, yet without any noise that I could hear, and human soldiers never fought so resolutely.
Cinnamon fern. As I wade through the luxuriant cinnamon fern, its great fronds curving this way and that remind me of a tropical vegetation. My clothes are covered with the pale brown wool which is rubbed off their stems. Oh. Well, I can head down over to the marsh, and I can grab the next step in the riddle, and I can grab the book for Emerson. I'll have a lovely day of it, and I can do beans tomorrow and the escort tomorrow, which I almost wonder if that has to do with the whole slavery, like thing like that. I'm not sure. Bright reds and yellows. It's a nice game. Very fun. Nice and relaxing. I'm way on the wrong side up here. Yeah, because I gotta go down the other side of the marsh. Grab the driftwood while I'm at it. The book is on the other side, isn't it? Okay, I should have gone around the other way. Oh well. I'm supposed to read the passage. Can't go through the blueberry bushes. Supposed to read the passage on what again? Confucius stuff? Almost right in front of me. If I just kept walking, I would have found it. Huckleberries over here. Oh, it's at another one of these.
Good work. Keep going.
Standing tall at the rim of the sky.
Like my namesake's transparent eye, I have the clearest view of all we know, far from toil of the field and the hoe. S.
Oh, wait. Oh, the cliff. That makes sense. Alright, let's go get the book and read some Confucius, why don't we? I don't remember which passage I was supposed to read, so we'll just read for it. Bracken fern. Pigeons are all asleep. Yep. I don't know if that was the book or if that's the... Oh, I can't go through there. Hop. Oh no, there are some arrowheads here. And I'll grab the book too.
Books are the treasured wealth of the world and the fit inheritance of generations and nations. Books, the oldest and the best, stand naturally and rightfully on the shelves of every cottage.
True.
Confucius said, "To know that we know what we know, and that we do not know what we do not know, that is true knowledge."
Master says Yao is the man who in torn clothes or common apparel sits with those dressed in furred robes without feeling shame. To worship at a temple not your own is mere flattery. Grieve not that men know not you, grieve that you are ignorant of men. See what a man does, mark his motives, examine in what things he rests. How can a man conceal his character? Ji Yao inquired respecting filial piety. The master says the filial piety of the present day is esteemed merely ability to nourish a parent. This care is extended to a dog or a horse. Every domestic animal can obtain food. Besides veneration, what is the difference? She entered the great temple, frequently inquiring about things. One said, "Who says that the son of the Chao man understands property? In the great temple he is constantly asking questions." She heard and replied, "This is proprietary. A man's transgression partakes the nature of his company. To know that we know what we know, and that we do not know what we do not know, that is true knowledge. The accomplished scholar is not a utensil." Cool. So, blueberries not ripe right now. White oak. Different. The wild ocean with scarlet oak leaf. It's gonna be late soon. And I need to get back to the cabin. There's a little stream here, that's nice. Oh, okay, I guess I'm at that time. Where the woods have been cut just long enough to know where to look for huckleberry. It is to refresh us that they bide their time on the forest floor. My cabin, because I've got to go do my beans. Bean plants are ready to harvest today, and then I have those instructions as well. So let me go get the beans first. Oh, it is early.
In June, the partridge, which is so shy a bird, led her brood past my windows from the woods in the rear to the front of my house, clucking and calling to them like a hen, and in all her behavior proving herself the hen of the woods. The young suddenly disperse on your approach at a signal from the mother, as if a whirlwind had swept them away.
Alright.
Interesting.
There it is, partridge. What is a country without rabbits and partridges? They are among the most simple and indigenous animal products, ancient and venerable families. As well to modern times. Where are my beans? Where am I going? They're up this way. So grab the beans and then immediately go back. Can I replant on the same day? I can. Ah. So for maximum beans, I should probably plant one row at a time. But I don't remember how long. The game is 1 year, how long he was out there. It was 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. I want to say it was 1 or 2 years. But let me fill up my food supply here, so start making some money here. Gotta harvest them today, because if I don't, they'll all wither, which is not how bean harvest works, but it is for games, because why not? Helps keep things much quicker, which is nice when I can experience almost already half a year in, what, 2 hours? Yep. I don't see why walking simulator is seen as a derogatory term. I think it's one of the better kinds of games. And yeah, it's just walk around and click, but it's point and click is still seen as a good genre sometimes, if you like that. Which I suppose anything is a good genre if you like it, because that's what you like. Alright. Alright.
Henry, now is the time for action. RWE has contributed 50 cents towards a train ticket, and Sophia has prepared a bundle of necessities for our weary friend, Henry Williams.
Take this bundle to the ruined shelter along the side of the railroad tracks.
And hide them in the place I've marked on your map. From there, he will find his way north to Canada. These must be placed before the end of night tonight. Yours sincerely, A. Bronson Alcott.
Alright. just quickly fix my house. Actually, I'm heading to a ruined shelter. Over along the railroad. Oh, that's a ways. Okay. I think going along the pond is going to be the easiest way. Blue jay. Glad I caught that really quickly. Female mallard. Dullness is but another name for tameness, as the wild duck is more swift and beautiful than the tame, so is the wild, the mallard thought. Alright. We run along the edge of the lake, and I'll deliver these things. Spring growth. Conspicuous of evergreens, its buds have not pushed out far of white pines. Some late willows to the oaks, catkins, and leaves appearing together. I should pull up a picture and see how these look side by side.
I thought, as I have my living to get, and
And have not eaten today.
that I might go a-fishing. That's the true industry for poets. It is
The only
trade
trade I have learned.
Huh.
Water bugs. Tadpoles. Myriads can be afforded to be sacrificed and suffered to prey on one another. Tadpoles, which herons gobble up and tortoises and toads run over in the road. With the liability to accident, we must see how little account is to be made of it. Compassion is very untenable ground. Watch sandbar willows. When the water is at its height, the alders, willows, and maples send forth a mass of fibrous red roots several feet long to maintain themselves. That looks nice. I don't have a boat yet. I don't know where you get a boat. You make one or you buy one. Oh, here's a book.
To read well, that is, to read true books
In a true spirit.
is a noble exercise, and one that will task the reader more than any exercise which the customs of the day esteem.
Requires
a training such as the athletes underwent, the steady intention almost of the whole life to this object. Books must be read as deliberately and reservedly as they were written.
Oh, what do we have for a book? From the Republic by Plato. The Allegory of the Cave. It's dialogue between Socrates and Glaucon, written by Plato, explores questions about the nature of reality and what constitutes real knowledge. Oh, I don't have time for that, but I do want to read that. I haven't even checked. Am I going the right way? Yes, okay. Alright. Grab the stone.
Individuals, like nations,
Must have suitable, broad, and natural boundaries.
even a considerable neutral ground between them. I have found it a singular luxury to talk across the pond to a companion on the opposite side.
Hello. And who might you be? Ice Fort Cove Camp.
I had more visitors while I lived in the woods than at any other period in my life. I mean that I had some. I had withdrawn so far within the great ocean of solitude, into which the rivers of society empty, that But for the most part, so far as my needs were concerned,
Oh,
only
it's
the
Ralph.
finest sediment was deposited around me.
Good old RWE.
Ah, you found my Confucius. Good for you, Henry. I wanted to look at that passage about knowing what we know and what we don't know.
I know you must know the one.
the one I mean.
Yes, I've read it.
Well, that's good. I'd hoped you would, that it would give you inspiration. Your experiment reminds me quite a bit of what Confucius says
Is about
about
needing
needing
only coarse rice for food.
water to drink, and the bended arm for a pillow to achieve happiness. Since we're discussing these ethical scriptures, I've also been looking all over for my laws of Manu. I was reading it the other day over by the cleared area near Haywood's Peak. Have you seen it there by any chance?
I haven't seen it, but I can look for it.
Wonderful. Let me mark the very spot I think I left it on your map so that you can find it.
That shouldn't be difficult to find.
That's good.
I'll see you again soon. It is an interesting question how far men would retain their relative rank if they were divested of their clothes. Could you, in such a case, tell Shirley of any company of civilized men which belong to the most respected class?
There are a couple of ways. Generally, usually how they would act when they do have their clothes, if they're any good. I've been watching Firefly. Oh, look, a boat. At the request of a friend of mine. It's very good. And I just got an episode where main character Nathan Fillion is naked for the end. And he is just commanding his crew. They're a space crew. He's commanding his crew without any clothes on, and he's acting the same confident way. And I think that's great. That's the leadership you could look for. There we go. Friend Henry Williams will come find them during the night. I'm gonna fix my house then, while I'm here. Alright, let's go look at that boat. I haven't been actually out on the lake yet, so let's see what I can do with that. Or what this is. I still don't know what this tarp is.
Interesting.
Ice blocks. While yet it is cold January and snow and ice are thick and solid, the prudent landlord comes from the village to get ice so to cool his summer drink. He cuts and saws the solid pond, and then this heap of ice stands over the summer and the next winter, and is not quite melted till September the following year. That's what these are. It's ice. Evening now. A solitude cairn in the water.
This is a delicious evening, when the whole body is one sense, and imbibes delight through every pore. I go and come with a strange liberty in nature, a part of herself. As I walk along the stony shore of the pond in my shirt
Sorry about
sleeves,
that crack.
though it is cool as well as cloudy and windy, and I see nothing special to attract me,
Nah, not
all
always.
the elements are unusually congenial to me.
Oh. Hey Jordan. Just saw that you'd come in. I need to watch that a little more closer. You remember Walden? You remember where I lived and what I lived for? Where is this gonna take me? Boating. takes energy, but it's faster to get across, I'd assume. Where is this taking me? Why am I only rowing one direction? Does this boat not know it's beautiful? It is a nice boat. Here we are. Drift here as long as you like. Can fish here. Fun. Can I sleep on the water too? Oh yeah. Yeah. It's calming. What kind of fish? What kind of fish? I got my beans. I got a bunch of beans. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, nothing. Yawn. Hey! I don't need the common shiner. I actually need most of these fish. I can fish at my own leisure on the dock, too, when I need food. But how is my food right now, actually? Alright. I think I need 5 of those. I need quite a bit. How far behind is the stream right now? It's enough. Actually, I don't know. Could be that it's at the right spot. Ah, whatever. Yeah. Walleye are delicious, but I only had to get 1 walleye for the whole thing. I need 1 more yellow perch and 3 more shiners. There we go. I should go and check my mail at some point too, because it's going to be winter here soon. Or late fall, it'll be here soon. There we go. Man. Keep the walleye for myself, and I got some food with it too. I just need those shiners now. They're supposed to be the common ones. It's in the name. Nothing? Alright. Male mallard. Shore of Walden is irregular enough not to be monotonous. I have in my mind's eye the western, indented with deep bays, the bold of the northern, and the beautifully scalloped southern shore. Where do I want to go to? Probably towards home. I have a task in Concord. I have the game at the cliff. I still haven't been over to the meadow. Your Cove. Yeah. Okay. Or it will be not. Let me... I gotta fix my clothes and I gotta get some fuel. Uh-oh. I'm gonna get cold. I still don't know what happens if you run out of anything. I don't know if you can. I would assume you can. I'm not sure. I almost want to let myself run out of fuel? Run out of clothing? I could let my house fall apart again. See if it goes all the way back to the very first thing. Here I am. Welcome home. Clothing icons. My clothes are wearing thin. My boat is here now, so that's nice. Arrowhead, fun. Pick that up.
At night, there was never a traveler passed by my house or knocked at my door, more than if I were the first or last man. I believe that men are generally still a little afraid of the dark, though the witches are all hung, and Christianity and candles have been introduced.
Sure. Oh, okay. Well, bedtime now. Look at all that. I've always endeavored to acquire strict business habits. They are indispensable to every man. You can export such articles as the country affords, ice and timber and a little granite, but to oversee all the details yourself in person, it is a labor to task the faculties of a man. Let's go to Concord. Why not? I can get... Mom will probably have new clothes and the pie in the window for the food store. In the late fall.
In the late fall,
Alright.
nature begins to strip herself like an athlete for her contest with her great antagonist Winter. In the bare trees and twigs, I see such a display of muscle.
June, 1839. Dear Sophia, I so enjoyed spending time with Henry and John on their recent visit. We went boating every day and took long walks in the woods. Henry knows so much about each of the plants and flowers, it is quite a marvel. And John is so jolly and fun. I hardly know which brother is a better companion, and I'm glad not to have to choose. Best, Ellen.
Neat.
November 1840. Dear Sophia, I have never felt so badly in my life as the day I refused Henry's letter of proposal. But Father does not approve of his transcendental philosophies and instructed me to refuse in a short, explicit, and cold manner. It is all over now, and I hope that though I have dashed the hopes of both your brothers, we can still remain friends in the end.
Ooh. Uh-oh. Daddy doesn't like that he's radical.
Dear Ellen,
Hmm.
I think of our time together often, and hope that we will meet again soon. Till then, I send another poem for you. Two sturdy oaks, which side by side withstand the winter's storm, and spite of wind and tide, grow up the meadow's pride, for both are strong. Above they barely touch, but undermined, down to their deepest source, admiring, you shall find, their roots are intertwined, inseparably. Henry.
I really like the voice acting. I'm supposed to get this for the mailbox, man. Slavery in Massachusetts. I wish my countrymen to consider that whatever the human law may be... Did I already read this? Might have already read this. Why, one need not go out of his way to do that. This law rises to the level of the head of reason. Its natural habitat is in the dirt. It was born and bred and has its life only in the dust and mire on a level with the feet. And he who walks with freedom and does not with Hindu mercy avoid treading on every venomous reptile will inevitably tread on it, and so trample it underfoot. Surprised to see men going about their business as if nothing had happened, I say to myself, unfortunates, they have not heard the news. I'm surprised that the man whom I just met on horseback should be so earnest to overtake his newly bought cows running away, since all property is insecure, and if they do not run away again, they may be taken away from him when he gets them. Fool! Does he not know that his seed corn is worthless this year? That all beneficent harvests fail as you approach the empire of hell? No prudent man will build a stone house under these circumstances, or engage in any peaceful enterprise which it requires a long time to accomplish. Art is as long as ever, but life is more interrupted and less available for a man of proper pursuits. It is not an era of repose. We have used up all our inherited freedom. If we would save our lives, we must fight for them. The law will never make men free. It is men who have got to make the law free. They are lovers of the law and order, who observe the law when the government breaks it. Ooh, yum, pie. Ooh, what's this? Supplies to be used in making of pencils. Aha. That's for the pencil factory that the parents run. Let me head over to the post office and turn this in then. I also might want to look at getting some food while I'm here, because I have some money.
Hello, Henry.
Hello. The cost of a thing is the amount of what I will call life, which is required to be exchanged for it, immediately or in the long run.
He doesn't like paying because he likes
Most
building
of the luxuries
things.
and many of the so-called comforts of life are not only not indispensable, but positive hindrances to the elevation of mankind.
You don't need the alcohol. You don't need the sweet bread.
What can I do for you?
Yeah, I'll take some rice. Just got new clothing. Permanent durability to your fuel storage. Ooh, that's nice, actually. Yeah, I can get that. Thank you. Alright, I'll send out that outgoing mail for the editor friend. Advertisement for Thoreau pencils. Cheap wood for hire. Cleared area along the Concord Road. Good wages for work. Must have axe. 2 cents per log. Neat. By surveying carpentry and days. Various kinds of village trade music as much as I need. Home of Ralph Waldo. Oh yeah, that's that thing. At the same time we are earnest to explore and learn all things, we require that things be mysterious and unexplorable. The land, I'm not taking the survey job, we wouldn't want to. If I deny the authority of the state when it presents its tax bill, it will soon take and waste all my property, and so harass me without end. This is hard. This makes it impossible for men to live honestly and comfortably in outward respects. I am not paying taxes, because that's against the point of the game. The Celestial Railroad, the Concord Lyceum, holds lectures for the improvement of knowledge and the advancement of popular education, and the diffusion of useful information throughout the community. Alright, well.
Ah, there you are, Henry. I think your sister was just in and collected a letter from your old friend Miss Sewell. We haven't seen her much recently.
No, we haven't, because her dad made her deny my marriage proposal. Now you need to wait for a response. Do I have any outgoing mail? Nope. Or incoming mail? Nope. Cool. It's on the newspapers. Oh. Call for subscribers to The Liberator, William Lloyd Garrison's weekly newspaper dedicated to the abolition of slavery. Our country is the world, our countrymen are mankind. To the public, I will strenuously contend for the immediate enfranchisement of our slave population. On this subject, I do not wish to think or speak or write with moderation. No, no. Tell a man whose house is on fire to give a moderate alarm. Tell him to moderately rescue his wife from the hand of the ravisher. Tell the mother to gradually extricate her babe from the fire into which it has fallen. But urge me not to use moderation in a cause like the present. I am in earnest. I will not equivocate. I will not excuse. I will not retreat a single inch, and I will be heard. Call for subscribers who believe in the cause of freedom. No price but liberty. Direct inquiries to Mr. William Lloyd Garrison. We are eager to tunnel under the Atlantic and bring the old world some weeks nearer to the new, but perchance the first news that will leak through into the broad flapping American ear will be that Princess Adelaide has reconnection successful. Okay, that's good. Oh, cool. I think I'm caught up now. Alright. Well then. My home is falling into disrepair. I'm gonna end up needing more fuel. Oh, there are a lot of stones here to pick up.
Shall we always
Study to obtain more
and not sometimes to be content with less?
Look, philosophical lessons. Dog! Not the hickory. Show me about the dog. Tell me research about the dog. Or the graveyard.
I observed that the vitals of the village were the grocery, the barroom, the post office, and the bank. And, as a necessary part of the machinery, they kept
a bell, a big gun, and a fire engine.
in convenient places. And the houses were so arranged so that every traveler had to run the gauntlet, and every man, woman, and child might get a lick at him.
Yeah.
We boast that we belong to the 19th century and are making the most rapid strides of any nation. But consider how little this village does for its own culture. It is time that we had uncommon schools, that we did not leave off our education when we begin to be men and women.
Go get educated, folks. Oh, is some memory about my house?
Don't let Ellen's rejection of your offer come between you, Henry. It's a terrible blow. I know you and John both cared for her deeply, but think if she had accepted one and left the other to watch their happiness from the outside. No. To turn you both down was the kindest thing she could do. And you still have John and I and our beloved woods to console you.
Man, he just wanted to be loved. That's nice.
Interesting.
The unconscious despair is concealed even under what are called the games and amusements of mankind. Is there anything in the backyard I haven't looked at? Fence. Huh. The hickory, the birch. Yep, okay. Well, let's head home and start preparing for winter. It won't let me plant any more beans. It's like, these aren't gonna grow. I'm nuts. Make a little money.
I hardly know what you do with your time, Henry. The children say you took them out huckleberrying all day rather than working on those edits I suggested for your article. Sometimes I think I would like to see your work published more than you would.
Yeah. Yeah. Neat. I should get some logs now that I have more space for them. I seem to go through them constantly. Gotta wait patiently until every log is lined up, and only then can you make the cut. Because otherwise, you do this. Oh, it wouldn't even let me. He does that, and he's just like, ah. Well, I'm tired. Let me go sit by a fire for a while. Oh goodness, a lot of letters about memories with Emerson here.
My dear Miss Fuller, it is good to hear from you that work on the next issue of The Dial proceeds. I am sending you a new piece that my young friend Thoreau has written for our journal. Talk with him but a few hours and you will find him a remarkable person, I am certain. He is a
Treasured companion.
and I have had the most memorable conversations with him about nature and all else. We're all well, and young Waldo sends you his love. R.W. Emerson.
How about this one?
Dear Emerson, I think you might be interested in our friend Thoreau's thoughts on the subject of slavery in Massachusetts. He has much to say that makes good sense. I may encourage him to write these ideas down for publication in Mr. Garrison's Liberator. What do you think? Yours sincerely, A. Bronson Alka.
Oh, right, that's the editor who's like, I'm trying to get you published. I really am. But he can't get subscribers for his own newspaper.
Recommendation for Henry David Thoreau. I cordially recommend Mr. Henry D. Thoreau, a graduate of Harvard University in August 1837.
To the confidence of such parents or guardians as may propose
to employ him as an instructor. I have the highest confidence in Mr. Thoreau's moral character and in his intellectual ability. He is an excellent scholar.
He's trying to get people to come to the school.
And I shall esteem the town fortunate that secures his services. R. Waldo Emerson.
Ought to make all the sophomores that didn't get to read this year watch my whole stream of this game.
Dear Counselor,
Maybe not.
Assistance of a young friend of mine, Mr. Henry David Thoreau, who has taken time from his literary pursuits to invent a new, improved method for the production of pencils. I believe a patent application for this method would be successful, and the financial support from such a patent would be of great importance to this young man's family. Might you look at the drawings and specifications included and give us advice on how to make such an application?
Wow.
Sincerely, Ralph Waldo Emerson.
Dear Mr. Emerson, thank you for your hospitality of late. I look forward to our next conversations, and with Mr. Thoreau as well. He is a singular character, is he not? A young man with much wild, original nature in him, sophisticated in a way of his own, a keen and delicate observer of nature, and nature, in return for his love, seems to adopt him as her special child, and shows him secrets which few others are allowed to witness. Yours, Nathaniel Hawthorne.
I feel like I've been really quiet the whole time, but that's fine. The game kind of deserves it.
Dear Emerson, I thank you for your kind words on the dial, and for sending the piece by Mr. Thoreau. I do not see the full merits of the work as you have described, yet having some knowledge of the man, there is no objection I could make to his lines, which I would not make to himself. He is rare, of open eye, ready hand, and noble scope. He sets no limits to his life, but is somewhat a bare hill, which the warm gales of spring have not yet visited. A wider and deeper human experience will mold the man and melt his verse. I can have no better advice for a person so sincere. Margaret Fuller.
I like how every handwriting is distinctive.
Hello.
Good evening.
Oh, there's the Confucius book. So I can eventually fill up all the books in here. I should go home. Alright. So where's the next piece of the game? Is down in Emerson's Cliff. I can go there tomorrow. Take the boat down over and explore some of that. The only other task I have is the book right now. Oh, and some fish as well. Oh, now look at the journal for the day. Now in the late fall, nature begins to strip herself like an athlete. An unconscious despair is concealed even under what are called the games and amusements of mankind. At my cabin. Alright. Yeah, I was gonna say make the sophomores watch this, but maybe not. That might be a terrible idea. Oh, what's this?
Good, Henry. Mr. Garrison has heard of your sentiments against slavery in our nation. I know that his recent lecture
About
Garcia
roused you quite thoroughly.
He asks if you won't write something for the Liberator on the topic. I suggest sending this manuscript on slavery in Massachusetts that you left with me recently. It will certainly move many hearts and minds. With thanks, Alcott.
Okay, so go send this to the mailbox. Which is this one now?
Many thanks, dear Henry. With your help, our friend, Henry Williams, found the supplies left for him and made his way on to town, where he was also assisted by your sister, Sophia, and your mother. They ministered to him with cheerfulness and devotion, and he is on his way north as I write. It is clear to me that, as Mr. Garrison says, the destiny of the slaves is in the hands of American women. Your friend, A. Ronson Alcott.
Which are all these I haven't looked at yet?
July 1845. Dear Mr. Thoreau, my employer, Dr. Agassiz, was happy to meet you last month with Mr. Emerson, and was quite impressed with your knowledge of local biology. He wonders if you might be able to provide some specimens for him to use in his work. Dr. Agassiz would gladly come to Concord to collect such specimens himself, but is drawn away by
I've already
numerous
done
duties
most
and
of these.
engagements. If you are amenable to this idea, we will soon send you requests for these items and are happy to pay you for your trouble. Sincerely, James Elliott Cabot, Assistant to Dr. Agassiz, Harvard University.
Quite satisfied with the specimens. Let's tell you the small mud turtle. I looked at that one already. So this is previous mail. Yeah, I have read this. Alright. Well, let's go check out the game. I think I'll finish this day. I'll see. How long until winter? I think I'll go until winter, and then I'll probably be done for the night. Yeah, I know my home is falling apart. I'll have to do that at some point. Do some fishing too. Grab some food. There's the duck. Just keep rowing out to the center of the pond, which is much bigger than it looks. Alright. soon till I get out to the middle of a pond here. Right there. Oh! Cast out a line, let's see where it goes. It's the middle of the day, you just woke up. Also, I can see a glint over on the side of the shore there. A walleye right out of the bat. Look at that. Just sit back, relax, and fish. Ah. I do like the small sigh. The little touches. This game obviously has a lot of thought put into it. It's very nice. Perch, but that's not what I'm looking for. I need some more of those shiners to send back to the... what's his name? Hey there, duck. How goes things today? Oh. Do I need to do more fishing by the shore? Over in the marsh, maybe? There's something. Ah. Alright, well. Red Cross Beach, Sandy Beach, Little Cove, Long Cove, Ice Fort Cove. I'm gonna go to Little Cove, I believe. I haven't been over here yet. Bye, duck. What do you mean my house is getting really bad? No, it's not. Fine, I'll go back and fix it when I fall asleep overnight tonight. What's the failure animation for... not the right motion? Thank you. Did you know that's not the right motion? In case you weren't aware. Well, here we go. Coming in on the Little Cove. Your destination will be directly behind you. You can take a boat from here to other areas of the pond. Informed like a fisherman's toy, painted green below with a border of blue, with reference to two elements in which it was to spend its exercise. Where am I going? Over to the left, up on the cliff. Emerson's Cliff. Pitch pine. More red rape. Red rape maple. That's a maple, folks. Ooh. I can talk, I swear. Here we go. Let me fix up my house right here. Grab some of these. It'll get it out of stupid condition, for some, partially at least. Sumacs are ripe year-round, aren't they? Goodness. Get these boards here and fix up my home. Abandoned shanty. Ooh, what's that? Is that a fox? Jeremy.
Interesting.
Red fox. I tread in the tracks of a fox, as if I were on the trail of the spirit itself which resides in those woods, and expected soon to catch it in its lair. Neat. Up and around the cliff here. Oh man, I lost my inspiration. Focus, focus. Yeah. Oops. What kind of plants are these? Tell me about the plants. Indian grass. Neat. Hey, you know what kind of train this is? You know what kind of plant this is? It's an Indian. It's an Indian grass. A Sargastrum nudum. This grass stands like an Indian chief taking a last look at his beloved hunting grounds. Its expression haunted me for a week after I first passed one and noticed it like the glance of an eye. It's a magic plant. Ooh, no, let me catch the
Interesting.
song sparrow. The robins sing early and late. It is that kind of mirage now in which the slope of the hills appears, not a position but a motion. The hills ascend, the earth rocks. Large amounts of granite. That's doesn't look much like granite to me, but alright. I'll grant it to you. Ha 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 ha. Oh boy. I'm just walking in circles around this place. Is there someone else here? Does Emerson come out to Emerson's Cliff? Ah, here it is. Okay. Oh, new clothes in this one too.
Here's a cap to keep you warm, and another riddle to keep you thinking. At the very edge of the Walden Wood, and grove of deeply green sweet fern, find me you should, before the leaves turn.
Uh-oh.
Sapphire.
Well, better get over there before the leaves turn.
To be a philosopher is not merely to have subtle thoughts, nor even to found a school, but so to love wisdom as to live according to its dictates. A life of simplicity, independence, magnanimity, and trust.
Magnanimity.
To solve some of the problems of life, not only theoretically, but practically.
That's a fun word. What? What about what? What did I miss? Was that the fox?
A lake is the landscape's most beautiful and expressive feature. It is Earth's eye.
Oh, that's
looking
pretty.
into which the beholder measures the depth of his own nature.
This tree here, this tree on the right, this one, is really nice in that, because it, like right there, it satisfies that rule of thirds. Look at that, I know slightly anything about photography. Fun. Really though, this is a nice little place to take a picture. I like that. That's nice. Oh, okay, that's not so nice. Dogwood, what was that? Where? Where the poison dogwood runs, the simple stem bush is very full of fruit, hanging in loose, dry, pale green, dripping panicles. I cannot refrain from plucking it and carrying it home some pretty springs. Just don't eat it. Where am I going now? Over to the Fairyland Meadow. I believe I left my boat over there too. I better go get that on the way back. This looks like a fun place, like, to actually visit. Here, clopping. Oh, that's right, because I'm on the edge of the pond. But it's like, you may hear noises. Pennsylvania sedge. Where's this carriage I hear? Squirrel. Squirrel? I'm gonna have to fix my home and cut some logs for fuel eventually. Where am I going? Basically straight ahead. Look for the next Solitude cairn. Another partridge? Yep. It's the mushrooms. Shortcut. Shortcut to what? Mushrooms. No, I think I'm lost. No, I'm not. Okay. Ah, there it is. Let's get this
You
first.
only sit still long enough in some attractive spot in the woods that all its inhabitants may exhibit themselves to you by turns.
I'm gonna sit still. No, I'm not. I'm gonna pick up her riddle. Has food in it.
Something bitter and something sweet for you. And a new clue. Closer to home, in violet and rose, with a whistle of Fitchburg solemnly
Over by the
calls.
railroad.
I stand on a path where Indians tread, and once by our brother, so too were we led. All my love, Sophia.
Yeah, it's over by... Yep. Okay. I should head back to where the boat is. I keep forgetting I have this lantern. That's really nice when I'm out this late at night. Alright. Man, the skies always look so nice. Well, I haven't seen the moon at all. Well. I'm just glad this is working so well and so calming. The stream works, the audio works, I didn't screw something else like that up. And it's going through. We take the little victories. Yeah, I want to get back over to the boat. Oh, I hear the clicking, yep, the ticking, the talking. Ticking and the talking, talking and the ticking. Da, 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 ba, ba, ba. The 11th hour of the year, the tree which no scrutiny could have detected here when it was most industrious flashes out conspicuous with all the virtue and beauty of a maple. We may now read its title, or rubric, clear. Its virtues, not its sins, are as scarlet. Man. It is fun. I can wake at Emerson's Cliff, too. Go back to my cabin, then. Winter's probably coming up soon. Do I need to fix this? Oh, mail.
November 1845. Henry, the seasons are turning now, and we all feel the coldness of time. Does the work progress? Do you think it will be done by spring? Have you prepared well for the winter to set in? Love, Sophia.
The blue jay that's on top. There it is. At length the jays arise, whose discordant screams were heard long before. In a stealthy and sneaking manner they flit from tree to tree, nearer and nearer, and pick up the kernels which the squirrels have dropped. Let's fix my house, since apparently my house looks bad, or is falling apart for winter, which I suppose they should be more strict because it's winter, since I have to, you know, infinitely turn this corner square nail, and it fixes house. I'm gonna get really tired really suddenly. Yep. Yep. Very suddenly, very tired. And then I'll go and sit in by the fire, and it'll be like, oh hey, look, you're all a little weary. Somewhat rested. Fully rested. When I'm inspired, it stays longer as well. Man. I think we had blueberry bushes out at my house a long time ago. I don't think they ever got that red. They were probably a different breed, too, because this is Massachusetts. Alright. What do I want to do? What do I have for tasks? Find the books. Find the books. Go do the game over there. Fish. Mail in an article. I can go over and do Concord and send in the mail. Alright, let's try some fishing. And then I'll head over there and I'll go look at the... and find the book too. Maybe I have more luck casting here for the smaller fish. We shall see. We shall see. And up, nothing. I don't want to invest in the fishing rod because it seems like a lot of money and that's a lot of days wasted. Also, it has been way more than 6 days, and those beans it said you could grow into fall. Hey, a common one, yes. Send to the doctor. Another one. Sure, food. Another one. Another yawn. Oop, jumping fish out there. I ought to get something. Whoop. Oh. Come on. Come on now. And... fish? Common shiner? Yeah. How many I need? One more? I think one more. I think one more and I'll have all the fish. All the fish I need for that doctor. And then I can go check the mail. See if he wants some more fish. Oh, come on. Come on now. Fishing now. Come on now. Hey now. Hey now. Get me that fish. That's really good fish, but not what I'm looking for. I'll take the food, though. One common shiner. That's all I need. All I need. And up. Oh. That violin was timed very well. Suspense. This is as suspenseful as this game gets, and I'm okay with that. Gonna start echoing his sighs. Come on, reel in a smallish looking one, but like what they want. Really? Come on. Come on, gamer. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Let's fish. Come on, fish. Nothing. Well, I'll be. I don't think you can overfish. I hope you can't overfish. It'd be accurate if you could overfish, but the rest of the game hasn't been perfectly accurate. Oh well. I'll come back eventually. Okay, the boat does teleport back here. I should have known that. Fully rested. Where do we want to go now? Go grab that, come up the railroad into town? Yeah, that works. Oh, it's a ways out, but it's on this path. Yeah. Alright. Trees look so weird and open. I'm very curious as to what they'll look like in winter. Which really can't be too far off now, can it? Late fall. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Ah, there it is. There it is.
Huh.
Black birch that apparently I hadn't seen before. Just like that, I'm inspired again. An instrument.
This flute belonged to John, but it should be yours now. Won't you come play for us? On a lonely path past the railroad tracks, beyond sharp sounds of the ice cutter's axe, I wait for thee with care and patience.
That's the ice piles.
Of dear acquaintance, Sapphire.
Alright, the ice piles? Oh no, that's way down there. Wonder if there's more ice down there. We'll get that some other time. For now, let's go up to the railroad. Let's go mail this. Let's pick up some fresh clothes. Yeah, just like straight ahead. Yeah, because there's the fence over there. Over there is that rock wall. There's a wood cutting thing. How is my home already in disarray? Like, that took nothing to build, barely, and takes constant upkeep. Black-capped, what was that? Was that a chickadee? Yeah. Meanwhile, the chickadees came in flocks, picking up the crumbs the squirrels had dropped, flying to the nearest twig and placing them under their claws, hammering away at them with their little bills till they were sufficiently reduced for their slender throats. Chickadees are nice birds. Now I'll go into town, and I'll come out right by the pub. Oh, no, there's first
The
this.
Fitchburg Railroad touches the pond about 100 rods south of where I dwell. I usually go to the village along its causeway and am, as it were, related to society by this link. Interesting.
To make railroads around the world available to all mankind is equivalent to grading the whole surface of the planet. Men have an indistinct notion that if they keep up this activity of joint stocks and spades long enough, all will at length ride somewhere in next to no time, and for nothing, but few are riding, and the rest are run over. Uh-oh, it's getting to the point where I'm starting to impersonate the voice actor. Must be good. Must be a good game. Thought I saw a shimmering, shine out here. Uh-oh, it's evening now. Lights just turned on.
Signs were hung out on all sides to allure him. Some to catch him by the appetite, as the tavern and the victualling cellar. Some by the fancy, as the dry goods store and the jeweler's. and others by the hair, the feet, or the skirts, as the barber, the shoemaker, or the tailor.
General store. Outgoing mail. Aha.
My dear Thoreau, I learned today that your essay is accepted to appear in Graham's magazine. It is likely to be paid for at the usual rate of $12, but I have not heard a word on that yet. I think you may need to wait until the article appears before making further inquiries on payment. In the meanwhile, please send me more of the same short subjects as you have them ready, and I will be your agent in further business of this sort. Success to you, my friend, Horace Greeley.
Neat. How's the newspapers doing? Nope. Nothing new there. There's that bell. Courthouse. Alright. Any new arrowheads around here? Any new letters in the house, maybe? No, but I can always use different clothes, and the food is always nice. Nothing on the couch, nothing up there. New article here, now that I've sent one in. Nope. But there is this thing to grab. Is this other outgoing mail, possibly? You run and check. Train whistle. I've mailed your work, now you need to wait for a response. These same people have had mail here. It has been months since I have, like, in-game time. A lot of time passes, commonly, as I just walk around and build my house and write papers, apparently.
Interesting.
In great haste to construct a magnetic telegraph from Maine to Texas, but Maine and Texas, it may be, have nothing important to communicate. I do remember we read that. That was when he was also talking about the newspaper just being gossip and not being worth much else. Oh, I like this music. I swear I saw an arrowhead over here somewhere. Must not be inspired enough. Ah, there it is, all the way down.
Our inventions are wont to be pretty toys, which distract our attention from serious things. They are but improved means to an unimproved end.
I don't know. I kind of like communication. It's what allowed me to play this game. So, maybe you should give it another chance, Thoreau. Thoreau, or however you're pronouncing it.
I am convinced, both by faith and experience, that to maintain oneself on this earth is not a hardship but a pastime, if we will live simply and wisely.
I guess. Look at all these birch trees. Which way am I going? Am I going the right way? I'm going the right way. Go and grab that game piece. The riddle piece. Keep sprinting because I think I'll run out of daytime before I even get tired. Fitchburg Railroad, things about the railroad I found tonight. Inventions. Neat. Where I am, if you don't mind. Ah, here it
Winter
is.
has arrived, snowstorm has commenced.
Can skate across
Fine
the
flakes
pond?
falling steadily and rapidly whitening all the landscape. In half an hour, the russet earth is painted white even to the horizon.
My clothes are
And
gonna go
no other so
bad
silent and
quicker.
sudden change.
Old log. Often stood on the banks of the Concord. Oh, it's like floating again. Yeah, I've got to go all the way down and around. There's a campfire over here, so... And I think this is a boating spot, too. No, it is not. I need fuel. Here's the boating spot. Long Cove. Alright. Cool. Rest by the campfire. I can fix my clothes here. Ow. I stabbed myself because the game lagged. Limestone. Ooh, fully rested.
I sometimes left a good fire when I went to take a walk in a winter afternoon, and when I returned 3 or 4 hours afterward, it would be still alive and glowing.
So most of the arrowhead things are things you can find just by looking for inspiration on them as well with the right click. So that's fun.
That grand old poem called Winter is round again. Nature loves this rhyme so well that she never tires of repeating it.
Well, I get tired of winter. But now the real question, do they have ice physics? Sort of. It doesn't stop when I stop. Which is a fun little feature. Can skate all the way across. Probably can't take the boat across though. I'm looking for the Serenity, or the, not Serenity, Solitude things. Like I said, I've been watching Firefly, cut me some slack. Like dead on with it, I just can't get to it. Okay. Eastern red spruce. No two trees were the ice alike. The short plumes and needles of the spruce make a very pretty and peculiar figure. I should go look at the ice boxes again, see if they've frozen back up to a more solid shape. There go the chickadee. It's a picture of her.
Here is a keepsake of
Oh no, John.
drawn from memory, not yet faded. I hope you don't tire of my gifts, as there are more to be found.
Man, there's a lot
On
in
the
this game.
northern shore, where the nighthawks soar, by the fireside there, peace and good fare.
Isn't that just by my house? Nope, over there, by the book that I'm heading to anyway. Well, let's do some skating, shall we? We'll have to cut some logs at some point and fix my house at some point, but it can wait. That's a large pine tree. Large pitch pine. Well, here's some wood I can take. Alright. Need to go that way. Oh, the head bob on skating is really cool. This game would be good for VR. Actually, that's a little annoying. Still don't know what exhibition mode is, but wow. This is fun. I keep saying that, but it's true. I'm probably still mumbling quite a bit, and the audio is just meh, but oh well. Perfect. It's 11 o'clock. Alright, this is going to be my last day then, because I said I'd make it to winter, and I made it to winter. So I'm going to get this piece of the riddle, and I'm going to go and pick up that book. Sure are a lot of saplings out here. I think I went past it. Nope. There it is. I thought I saw an animal around here, though. Something. Oh well. Ah, pie. Mmm.
Our game is fading fast, but still a few bright spots left. A heaven of wild
Fairyland will be down southeast.
and poets renowned. With showers in spring, the zephyrs will sing, and solace once lost is found past the frost. Sophia.
That's, oh, way down in the meadow. Let's go back for the book. I wonder if the game just ends at some point. Because it seems like it's following its own schedule. The days themselves are of set length. My house is falling into disarray, apparently. Maybe I'll just let it go this time, see how it turns out. Yep, just about straight ahead here. I've got campfires. I'm out living doing that. I'll stay warm. If push comes to shove, I can hike back into town. It's not that far. But that was to be his failure of the experiment, wasn't it? As if he had to go back. You up here? Yeah, about straight ahead. I bet it's on that rock. Still should be looking for more of those arrowheads, but there's the book. I don't remember what passage I was supposed to read with that, but here's
A written
one.
word is the choicest of relics. It is something at once more intimate with us and more universal than any other work of art.
Laws of Manu, 200 BCE. Emerson to print his journal, The Dial. Full text is a discourse on a wide variety of topics such as duties, rights, laws, conduct, virtues, and more. You are certainly inspired by some of these ideas, such as vegetarianism, which you are considering as a possibility for your own diet. Temperance, the resignation of all pleasures, is far better than the attainment of them. The organs, being strongly attached to sensual delights, cannot so effectually be restrained by avoiding incentives to pleasure as by a constant pursuit of divine knowledge. But when one among all his organs fails, by that single failure his knowledge of God passes away, as water flows through one hole in a leathern bottle. He must eat without distraction of mind. Let him honor all his food, and eat it without contempt when he sees it. Let him rejoice and be calm, and pray that he may always obtain it. Food eaten constantly with respect gives muscular force and generative power, but eaten irreverently destroys them both. It is delivered as a rule of the gods that meat must be swallowed only for the purpose of sacrifice, but it is a rule of gigantic demons that it may be swallowed for any other purpose. Oh. Sure. Purification and sacrifice. By falsehood, the sacrifice becomes vain. By pride, the merit of devotion is lost. By insulting priests, life is diminished, and by proclaiming a largess, the fruit is destroyed. To a king on the throne of magnanimity, the law ascribes instant purification, because his throne was raised for the protection of his people and the supply of their nourishment. The hand of an artist employed in his art is always pure. Bodies are cleansed by water, the mind is purified by truth, the vital spirit by theology and devotion, the understanding by clear knowledge. If thou be not at variance by speaking falsely with Yama, the subduer of all, with Vivaswata, the punisher, with that great divinity who dwells in the breast, go not on a pilgrimage to the river Ganga, nor to the plains of Kuru, but thou hast no need of expiation. Whoever cherishes not 5 orders of beings, the deities, those who demand hospitality, those whom he ought by law to maintain, his departed forefathers, and himself, that man lives not, even though he breathe. God's assemble, let him throw upon his pollution from the open air. Some constantly sacrifice their breath and their speech when they instruct others or praise God aloud, and their speech and their breath when they mediate in silence, perceiving in their speech and breath thus employed the imperishable fruit of a sacrificial offering. Repeating his holy name is 10 times better than the appointed sacrifice, 100 times better when it is heard by no man, and 1,000 times better when it is purely mental, equally perceiving the Supreme Soul in all beings. Is this Christian or Hindu? A Brahmin, who is the giver of spiritual birth, the teacher of prescribed duty, is by right himself an old man, though himself a child. His paternal uncle and cousins to read the Veda. It must be Hindu, excelling in divine knowledge. Greatness is not conferred by years, not by gray hairs, not by wealth, not by powerful kindred. The divine sages have established this rule. Whoever has read the Veda and their Angas, I'm probably murdering this, he among us is great. Seniority of priests from sacred learning. Man is not therefore aged because his head is gray. Him surely the gods consider as aged, who, though young in years, has read and understands the Veda. Reward and punishment. The only firm friend who follows men even after death is justice. All others are extinct within the body. Vital spirit have practiced virtue for the most part, and vice in small degree. They have generally been addicted to vice and seldom attended to virtue. And it shall be deserted by those pure elements, having a coarser body of sensible nerves, feels the pains to which Yama shall doom it. Grass and earth to sit on, water to wash the feet, and affectionate speech are at no time deficient in the mansions of the good. But a Brahmin with fixed attention consider all nature, both visible and invisible, as existing in the divine spirit, for when he contemplates the boundless universe existing in the divine spirit, he cannot give his heart to iniquity. Thus the man who perceives in his own soul the supreme soul present in all creatures acquires equanimity towards them all. He shall be absorbed at last in the highest essence, even that of the Almighty himself. Oh, look, I spent a whole day reading. Alright, I need to head down across the pond. Can I sleep on the pond, please? Okay. Well, Winter has arrived and a regular snowstorm has commenced. I think that's going to be it for tonight. Anyway. I'll do this. But, well, it's got to be close. I might be able to finish it by midnight, but I do have to get up in the morning. Let's see here. This was Walden. I'm probably going to finish this at some point. I do like the music a lot. I like the style a lot. I like the game. I like walking simulators. I like just doing stuff. So I'm glad I'm playing this. Anyway, that's probably going to be it for tonight. So good night, everyone, and goodbye.